All right. I see y'all. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. I just gave a rundown on the topics. So I'm gonna just let y'all know what I said. Jalen Brunson. He was seen giving the speech for his teammate. And no, oh yeah, sound is good. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. And we're gonna get to the bottom of what was said during that speech. All right. Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson has some interesting things to say about game 2 of the Knicks versus Cavaliers game, which takes place tonight. All right. JC Kidd, he was let go. But what does his departure have to do with the Knicks? We got a Philadelphia cheesesteak restaurant owner. He had to satisfy a bet. We're going to talk about that. That's funny. Of course, the Knicks had to make some tweaks to the offense, or they made some adjustments in game 1. Will these future tweaks in the Kajic or the cat-centric as the hub offense? And Donovan Mitchell, the Knicks made adjustments, a key adjustment that possibly will continue throughout the series. And of course, we're going to talk about that shocking twist with Mikal Bridges that no one is talking about. We're going to get to that today, all right? Yeah, so the sound is good. Big time salute to everybody in the building. I do appreciate y'all. I'm using a new platform. That's what took me so long to start. I had to figure it out, but I'm good. I see Darlene in the building. My man Felix says, tell a friend, we're live. Cleo, I see you. Knicks will be champs 25-26. Okay. I see y'all as y'all enter the building. OKF Nation in full effect. All right. FGC Hitman, I see you. Okay. Oh, wow. You just woke up. Wow. That's amazing. My man Sean in the building. All right. Cleo. All right. I heard Cleo. I heard you was abusing the mod status, Cleo. We got to be careful. I'm just joking. Salute to you, Cleo. I do appreciate you. Who else? All right. As you guys enter the show, smash that like button. Once again, my fault for the technical difficulties, man. I do appreciate you guys. Oh, they got some cool features on here. All right. So yeah, I'm still experimenting with this platform as I go along. All right. So anyway, where I want to go first. Oh, we got to address the pop of maladies. Even though we're on a new platform, we still got to continue the old ways. We got to smash that like button before we begin. Very important to the YouTube algorithm that we let them know that this is the place to be. All right. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe, because we know that in the last 28 days, well over 50% of you guys are not subscribed. So subscribe now and help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. At each time we reach new subscriber milestones, we do have special giveaways. And the first is the 5K giveaway, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All right. All you got to do is subscribe. All right. No phone numbers, no emails, no janky websites. Subscribe now, and you will automatically be entered in the chance to win this card. All right. So big time salute to all of you guys. I do appreciate you all. All right. Wow. So a couple of things before we begin. I do want to talk about the watch party that's coming up this Saturday. Make sure you guys are in the building at Q Bar. All right. And that's in Bayside, Queens. It's going down this Saturday, the 23rd at 8 p.m. All right. Tell a friend, pop out. All I need you to do is hit that RSVP link. I'm about to put it in the chat right now, as I always do, live. All right. If you fill out the form, you don't have to fill it out again. I got you. You just got to fill it out one time and your request is submitted. But I'm putting a link in the chat right now. The spot is fire. It's a pool hall, so we can play pool. Of course, we're going to watch the game. It's a lot of amenities. They got food, drinks. I mean, it's nice. Big spot, big space, and it's going to be a movie. So all you got to do is hit that link right there, RSVP link, and you see it right there, all right? Let me see if I could pin it. No, I can't pin it from here, so I'm going to have to go on YouTube. But yeah, that's all you got to do is hit that link. I look forward to seeing y'all in the building. Of course, tonight is game 3 of the Knicks and Cavaliers series. And, we'll be talking about the game after the game, where there's smoke, there's fire, right after the game. So make sure y'all in the building for that. Also, I forgot to add, I'm going to do my 3 keys. as well for today's game. And also, if you were on the show yesterday, this show will not go like the way yesterday went. Yeah, listen, I got to give y'all a big top salute. Y'all successfully triggered me yesterday. It's not happening today. I'm not going for it. I know what I'm doing. So today we stick it to the clock. Hard clock for everybody. You will not get me again to do another 16-hour show. I mean, it was crazy long. Maxie was mad. She was like, what are you doing? So yeah, we're no longer doing that for sure. Big time salute to my man, FGC Hitman. All right. I do appreciate that. That super chat that you just sent there. Big time salute to you, all right? What else I want to say? There was something else I wanted to say, but I guess I'll just save that for later. I'm going to do the MVP donors a little bit later as well. All right. Hopefully y'all could, you know what? Really quickly, let me know if y'all could hear. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me know if y'all could hear this. Could y'all hear this? Do y'all hear the sound effects? Because I'm trying something different. So I just want to make sure y'all could hear it. I'm not sure if y'all could. Could y'all hear those sound effects? Let me know that in the chat really quickly. Make sure we good. I see my man Tugboat Taylor in the building. I see it on my board, but I'm not sure if y'all can hear it. Let me know if y'all can hear that. I should be able to hear it though, but I'm gonna keep it pushing. So what I'm gonna do right now. Oh, Zach says yes, he can hear it. Hold on. I just played it. Y'all can hear that? So Zach said yes. Sean said no. So hopefully, let me know if y'all can hear that. All right. All right, I'm gonna go into research mode really quickly, and we're gonna talk about a couple of topics. First, I want to talk about the games as I do. Of course, we had the game tonight, but I'm gonna come back to that. So last night we had a game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, and what's good? I see you. Okay, you can hear it now. Good. All right, bet. Let me keep flowing. All right. So we had a game last night between the San Antonio Spurs, okay, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm gonna say I was wrong and right. So the first thing I gotta say about this game, I gotta give Isaiah Hartenstein an apology. My fault. He balled out last night. I didn't expect that last night from Hartenstein. He made all the difference in the world. However, my point was more so my energy was for the whole, having to avoid playing the double big lineup or limiting the double big lineup. Now, I didn't do the official stats on it to see how much time they played. I know for the first time in a while since I watched Oklahoma City that Holmgren did not close the fourth quarter. All right. And Hartenstein closed the game out. Okay. So 48 minutes in the game, 27 plus 27, 54. So they only played 6 minutes together. So I'm just letting you know what I was wrong about last night, what I was right about last night. I was right about the double big lineup. They played the double big lineup not as much as they normally would. Do y'all see that? They played 27, that's 54 minutes together. You can't play a double big lineup against San Antonio. That's not how you about to beat them. But I didn't think that the one big in Hartenstein would be the difference maker. And he clearly was the difference maker last night. All right. And so I got to give him a big time. Salute. Right. And they might have played more than that because Williams played too. And sometimes Chet. So maybe they might have played 10 minutes together around that time. Nonetheless, down the stretch and in those runs where they took the lead, Hartenstein was the guy. And the things that Hartenstein was doing to me was hella impressive. Like, all right, old school tactics, because Oklahoma City had a spacing problem, I felt like in game one, right? So one of the things they did to give SGA more space, and this is why he balled out. By the way, he had 30 last night. I said that, he'll probably get 40 last night. So I was wrong about that. But I also was wrong. I said that it'll be a double-digit lead. I was off by 1 point. It was nine points. Who's counting? All I knew was it was going to be decisive. And I said I would take that -7.5, which they clearly covered that. So I was right about that. But Hartenstein, a couple of things he did. One, he mauled them, right? I think Hartenstein had like 4 fouls, whatever it was. He was mauling them. I mean, mad physical. And it was working. And so when he would set the screen for SGA, he would roll to the paint hard. He did multiple things, but when he would roll to the paint hard, he would seal Wemby. So what sealing Wemby means is it's like positioning yourself for a post up. So when he's positioned himself for the let me just make sure I'm in the center. When he sealed himself for the post up, Wemby could not contest and help on SGA when he was shooting them little middies. And that was the difference in the game. That was the difference in the game. And sometimes he set the screen and he pull a Mitchell Robinson. He'll just stand there. And the difference between him and Mitch is that you really can't leave Hartenstein open because he going to hit you with the little floater, that little weird floater he liked to do. He was killing Wemby with that. You got to pull Wemby away from the basket. That's how you beat the San Antonio Spurs. That's what Oklahoma City did last night. That's what Hartenstein was doing last night, right? Then Hartenstein was a threat, especially in that dunker spot. So he was getting backside rebounds. He was doing a lot of things behind Wemby. They had to switch to a zone. OKC busted up the zone. Great game. Great strategy. I was wrong and right, but I was right about the main stuff. I told y'all where they was going to win. Y'all was thinking OKC was done. I said, no, the series has just begun. Big time salute to AP. He says, I heart that Benedict Arnold. Hit the like button. No, AP, you on the money with that. We got to hit the like button for sure. Certainly sure. Smash that like button. Salute to you, AP. Nah, I don't look at I heart as a Benedict Arnold. I'm going to keep it real because there's no such thing as loyalty in basketball. I keep trying to tell y'all that. No, but there is loyalty. No, there isn't. It's all about the bag. I'm going to go to the place that pays me the most money. That's what happened. Oklahoma said we're going to give you the 3-year, 87. The last year won't be guaranteed, but we're going to give you the opportunity to make the $27 or the $29 million a year. The Knicks said we could give you the 472. He went with that offer. And the only reason why the Knicks could offer him the 472 is because he had early bird rights and there was restrictions on that. It wasn't that the Knicks didn't want to give him the money, contrary to popular belief. All right, people think the Knicks didn't have the money to give. That's cap. They would have probably gave him more, but they couldn't because they were restricted. All right. And then, of course, tonight we got our game. I'm going to get more into the details of our game. Right now, we're -5.5. We'll talk more about this a little bit later, though. All right. All right. I just wanted to start the show off, with the last night's scores. And now I'm going to get into my first topic. Okay. So let me get to my first topic. We could start with the Philly cheese. Let's start off light. The Philly cheesesteak owner, he had to eat some crow and, he honored his bet. Salute to people who honor their bets. A lot of people don't honor their bets, right? And, it's sometimes it's a sore sight to see, but this man, he honored his bet and he made good on it. And I'm going to get this on the screen so y'all can see it. All right. But a Philadelphia cheesesteak restaurant owner, this guy right here. All right. Owner of the iconic, I'm going to make it a little smaller. Like it's too big. All right. Owner of Philadelphia's iconic Pat Cheesecake, forced to work in New York. I'm wearing Philly sucks shirt after losing a bet. I wonder if this is the guy who I met a guy who owned a cheesesteaks restaurant in Philadelphia before. I'm not sure if it's Pat. I can't remember. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad with names. Anyway, the owner of the cheesesteak factory, he wore Philly Sucks he wore a Philly Sucks t-shirt and worked at Long Island Eatery Wednesday after it betted against red hot New York Knicks. All right. Pat's owner, Frank Oliveri, worked at the cheesecake joint Dario's in West Hempstead to make good on the wager he made as the Knicks and Philadelphia 76ers faced off in the Eastern Conference semifinals. First off, why would you make that bet? why would you make that bet, bro? Come on, man. You knew. Right? Like, you really had faith in the Sixers like that? I wouldn't have made that bet. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have had faith in my team to wear a Philly Sucks shirt. Let me tell you something. Very rarely in my life did I ever wear an out-of-state jersey or hat. I always was a New York dude. I had everything New York. I never really was an out-of-state jersey. I had a couple of things. I might have had a Warriors hat, but somebody gave it to me. And I had another jersey too. I don't remember what jersey it was. Oh, well, one year my mom got me a LeBron jersey. Contrary to popular belief, got me a LeBron jersey. But I never really was against LeBron like that. So, you know, I was by the time when LeBron was in the league, this is like when he was a rookie. You know, I was like in my late teens. But nonetheless, that's the only time I wore other team jerseys. So I would never cop out to a bet like that, like Bronzeville Spurs fans trying to do. But once again, me and Bronzeville Spurs fan, it won't happen because I don't think the Spurs will make it into the finals. He said, I'm over here having a ball. I'm sweating my butt off in the kitchen making cheesesteaks. Pat the older, he said, and he admit he's now pulling for New York to finish the job. Now, salute to that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a hater. You know, I appreciate that. I like it when, you know, people can keep it. He didn't have to root for us, but I just don't like when you root for the other team after we cooked you. I just feel like that's just weak. Am I wrong for thinking that? I feel like that's weak. When you look towards the other team, you know, to beat the team that beat you. I just never was a part of that school. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, nonetheless, if they beat the Sixers, they should definitely win the finals. Now, does that make him delusional? Yeah, there's more to this, but I just wanted to share that because I thought that was a cool little story. Eating that crow. And to all of you people who continue to doubt the Knicks, you will continue to be made a fool of. It's that simple. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to talk about Jason Kidd really quickly. You know, I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about these ties. I just want to introduce stuff we could talk about on the phone. That's another thing, too. We will stick to the topic. So when you call up, I don't want to talk about something that has either nothing to do with the Knicks Cavs. You could, if it has something to do with the Knicks Cavs, that's cool. Even the Spurs, if it has something to deal with us potentially seeing a team in that, I'm cool with that. But yeah, I don't want to talk about no other stuff that has nothing to do with the topics we're talking about. All right, we got to stay on course. All right, I will not be triggered today. It won't happen. If you missed yesterday's episode, it was a crazy episode. 4.5. It was a brutal episode. It was brutal. It won't happen again. Anyway, Jason Kidd. The Knicks gift to Jason Kidd wasn't enough to save his job. Now, if y'all don't remember what the gift is, we're going to talk about it. All right. Remember when the Knicks were going around knocking on doors? Doop, doop, doop. Hey, is your coach available? Is your coach available to come coach our team? We need a new coach. I think we need a new coach, man. Could we borrow your coach? And they were like, hell no. What are we talking about? That's not going down. And so Jason Kidd of the Dallas Mavericks was one of the coaches that they wanted to give a proposition to. And of course, Dallas denied it. I think their brother was there that made the Yuka trade, was still there at the time. Can't remember his name right now. It doesn't even matter. Probably won't ever hear his name said again after making a move like that. Nonetheless, because of the pressure the Knicks put on them, Jason Kidd had to sign. They had to give him a deal because, Jason Kidd might have been compelled to walk. He eventually got the 4 years, $40 million, which seems to be the standard. Mike Brown got that contract as well. All right. And from a competitive perspective, the Knicks objectively cost an opponent big time. But Maverick Governor Patrick Dumont seems to be glad to foot the bill in his quest to rehabilitate the franchise image after trading away Luka Doncic. All right. Opened up the coaches searching $40 million hole, and they're trying to move on. Right. Now, here's the key, though. Brown could not have led the Knicks to the ECF if they would have hired Jason Kidd. All right. Returning briefly to objectivity, the Knicks playoff run, as things stand, would not have been possible with Kidd as their head coach instead of Mike Brown. Do you think that? That's a question I want y'all to answer. Do you think that Jason Kidd would have got the same level of success that Mike Brown has gotten from this team? Right. And another thing, too, really quickly, I don't think I have an article talking about it. I just realized something. The reason why the Knicks and the Cavs play so goddamn small is because they come from the Warriors school. Right. They come from the Warriors school of basketball where, you play small backups. So it's like, where's the size at? But I get it. Like, when you look at both teams, we're playing the small guards, man. It's crazy to me, but hey, I mean, it is what it is. Like, they literally got Larry Nance Jr. was cleared. He's not ill anymore. He was balling. He had a good game against us in the regular season. Thomas Bryant, gave us a little bit of issues when he was with the Pacers. Not much, but he played with the Pacers, and he was solid when he was out there. And those guys don't see the light of day. I just thought about that. Anyway, nonetheless, Mike Brown, he achieved what he had done. He broke the record and all these things. Do you think that, well, this is another question. Would Jason Kidd have done the better job? And did Mike Brown the best coaching hire? You could say of all time, or you could say since Pat Riley. All right. Because even if you say since Pat Riley, if you think Pat Riley's better, that's fine. But there's people who came after that are pretty interesting. I'm curious to see your thoughts on that. All right. But yeah, that's what the Knicks have to do with Jason Kidd. And the reason why he was fired or let go, they say they mutually parted ways, was because he wanted to run the team. He wanted to be the president. And they said, hell no. Hell no. By the way, big top salute to Mr. Knicks 101. He said, do you think Hart has a short lease this series? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. In fact, I'll get to it now since you sent that. Here is the thing about Josh Hart. I think Donovan Mitchell was cooking them. I didn't look at the matchup numbers just based on the eye test. I felt like he was getting cooked a little bit by Mitchell, whether it was the whole game or not. But I will say that his three-point shooting is the problem. I think the three-point shooting is the problem. Let me show you what I mean. Let me go back to research mode. So I got an article right here that talks about the adjustment that was made on Donovan Mitchell and will the Knicks continue, but it may come with a cost. And everything you do, there is I don't want to say repercussion, but there's a consequence to it, right? Yeah, I don't like to see. I like the consequence a lot better. And I'm trying to get the article on the Cavaliers. Why am I not seeing it? Because here's the thing, too, because they made a switch for Landry Shamet, or with Landry Shamet, that I think that was really solid. I don't know where the hell the article is. What the hell's going on? Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds, man. By the way, smash that like button while I try to find. I got too many damn articles, man. It's supposed to be right here. Like, okay, boo, boo, 2. Oh, okay, I got it. I found it. Smash that like button on the way in, though. All right. Do appreciate y'all support. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right. Still cooking with hot grease, though. I can't find my articles. I do got it. I'm put it on the screen right now. All right. So this is the situation right now, Mr. Knicks 1-on-1, right? So Josh Hart, his 3-ball wasn't falling. Landry Shamet was. But you could argue, and I'm not sure if, people would give you this argument, but you could argue that Josh Hart, I don't know if I want to say that, because I feel like they're different. I feel like they're different positions, even though they play. All right, Landry Shamet is a better defender on the ball than Josh Hart. Do y'all agree with that? So if Hart is not shooting the ball, and you got Shamet who could shoot the ball, would not present a clash. So one of the adjustments they made, they put Landry Shamet in the guard Donovan Mitchell. We know that Donovan Mitchell didn't make a shot on Landry in like the 4 minutes and 19 seconds he spent guarding him. And here's the key, though. See, this is the deep answer to your question, Mr. Knicks 1-on-1. Here's the problem with Josh Hart right now, because they found this wrinkle, and let me explain the wrinkle, Mr. Knicks 1-on-1. Putting Landry Shamet on Donovan Mitchell has its trickle-down effects. Trying Shamet to Mitchell also coincided with New York putting Karl Anthony Towns on Evan Mobley and moving OG to Jared Allen. As Caitlin Cooper of Basketball, she pointed out, when Toronto Raptors drew Jacob Portal on Mobley in round 1, that's a fire. Salute to her for making this correlation. That's a fire correlation right there. You had to watch that series to catch this. They drew Jacob Portal on Mobley in round 1. This approach invites Cleveland to use Mobley as the screener rather than Jared Allen. Now, being rather skinnier, Mobley's picks aren't as difficult to fight around. And Shamet just so happens to be one of the Knicks' scrappier screen navigators. That's facts. He's hard to screen. He's way harder to screen than Josh Hart. That limits how often New York how New York concedes switches in Mitchell pick and roll action. He isn't going to call on Allen to set the pick, since that will bring OG Anunoby to the action. That was a fire adjustment by Mike Brown and the coaching staff. That was fire. Because now, when OG is on Allen, remember, Allen is their better screener. He's a better roll man than Mobley. I'm not saying Mobley can't run screen and roll. I'm just saying you want to put, because this is what their goal is. Their goal is to put Brunson and Towns in screen and roll actions. That's what they want to do. So you see the guard-to-guard pick and roll, which the guard-to-guard pick and roll, when both guards can score or at least can shoot, very difficult to deal with. That's what makes Cleveland offense pretty dynamic. Okay? But when you make this move, now you take Allen out of the picture. And Mobley becomes the screener. But it's easier to get over the Mobley screens. This is the quagmire, ladies and gentlemen. This is the problem. Okay? So how does this impact Josh Hart's minutes? Do you do the same thing with Josh Hart and see if it sticks? Or do you go with Shamet, somebody who's proven to be able to get over the screens? I think that it comes down to Josh Hart's shooting. We've seen Josh Hart shoot the ball. So all he has to do is come out in game 2 and shoot the ball. If he does that, I don't think Shamet replaces him. Because I think you could still run the same scheme with Josh Hart there. That's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. But hopefully that answers your question and that covers a topic. All right. But that's my question I want to ask. Josh Hart, if he's shooting the ball well, do you still think he should be taken out of the lineup? And could you use your defensive wrinkle with him instead? All right. And I'm going to do one more article and I'm going to get to the phone lines. All right. So speaking of Josh Hart and Brunson, I want to just go over some things they said really quickly about game 2. And, what the Knicks need to do. I thought it was pretty interesting. All right. Let's close this out. You zoom out a little bit. All right. All right. Knicks notes, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart needing to start stronger to make adjustments for game 2. All right. So this is what they had to say. And I thought that this was very interesting. This is why I wanted to talk about it. The Knicks led by 7 points after the first quarter on Tuesday night, but were outscored 67-46 in the second and third quarters combined. Brunson said the biggest takeaway from the game was how they played prior to the fourth. I think it's more of the first 3 quarters is a big takeaway. They were playing great basketball, had us on our heels, just got to give them a lot of credit. Obviously, we played well in the fourth and overtime. We've got to come out ready to go. Honestly, I think we did. It was the middle of the second quarter where we let go of the ropes. That's our biggest takeaway. And Josh Hart agreed. They're going to come out with extreme energy, attention to detail, focus, sense of urgency, desperation. And we got to match that. We have to exceed it. They're looking at it like this was our game. We gave it away. They're looking at the film of how we fixed this and fixed that there. We would have won the game, and that's what they're going to try to do tomorrow. So we have to make sure we come in focus and have a better start than we did. Now, I see that Jalen Brunson, he tweaked his comments to say the first 3 quarters. But in terms of the start of the game, I thought the start was phenomenal. I mean, they had some bumps in the road early in the first quarter, but once they got their groove going, I thought that it was a phenomenal performance. If you ask me, I just think that in the second or third quarter, I felt like the Cavs, they made some adjustments and they started hitting the 3 ball because the Knicks over helping, it started to burn them. We over doubling and we're giving guys opportunities to get open shots. And I thought that they're a good 3-point shooting team. So if you could think you could play them like you did Philly, it's not going to work. They don't really have too many weak links in terms of shooting the 3 besides Allen. But I tell you what, Allen is very crafty. He can get downhill and make plays from the top of the key. So he's still someone you have to pay attention to. Even though he's not, I wouldn't say he's a 3-point shooter at all. Really, not a strong 3-point shooter. But the point that I'm saying is everybody in their rotation is a threat to shoot the 3 ball. So I think that's one of the tweaks we got to make. But I'm going to open up the phone lines, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Now, before I get there, though, I do want to give a disclaimer. We got to keep it clean, family. Keep it clean, family. We got to keep it clean. Family-friendly vibes only. You could bring the passion, the energy, right? Go crazy, yell, but we can't curse. We gotta knock off the cursing. We can't do it. This is a family show. All right. We want to protect ourselves from the YouTube algorithm. So please be respectful and avoid profanity on the live calls and chat. Okay. All right. But you could bring the energy though. All right. And it's a hard clock today, boy. Y'all got me fired up. Yeah, it's a hard clock. Anybody who calls up, everybody, first time callers, call up. All right. I want to hear from you guys. You all get 3 minutes. You're going to hear to say the let's go. That's when it starts. You hear the buzzer beater. That's when it ends. Okay. Of course, we got the $5 callback, and we got the call back for another caller. If you like, if you heard somebody's call, you want them to call back, send in a donation. You could also request a caller, your favorite caller, send in a donation. We'll get them on the line. And you can use the hang up option to hang up on the other team. But since we put Detroit in the dirt, I don't think Detroit is going to call. Well, we didn't put them in the dirt. Since they were put in the dirt, we hadn't really had too many opponents. And the Cleveland Cavaliers fans, they spooky in the goddamn woods. I don't know why the Cavs fans are so chicken right now, but they are spooky in the woods for sure. I don't understand it. Call up. Numbers on the screen, 646-995-8389. Voice your opinion. I want to talk to a Cavs. This would be the first time we would have a team that we didn't speak to. We spoke to the Hawks. We spoke to the Sixers. Man, Cleveland, man, y'all sorry, man. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Y'all looking sorry, Cleveland. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's not looking good for the Cavs right now. Based on your fan base, y'all should get swept. Like, y'all not gonna call up, and I know y'all listening because y'all send me messages. So it's not that they not listening. Oh, they there. They just not calling up. All right. So let me get to the line. I see Moses in the building. All right. Get Moses up in here. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. What's good, Moses?
What's going on?
Not much,
Hello?
man. What's up with you, man?
Yo, listen, I'm glad I called in because there was some.
Let's go.
How dare somebody say James Harden is better than Brunson?
Who said that?
Like some Knicks fan, and I was hearing Cameron was on YouTube saying some crap like that.
Well, he's not a Knicks fan.
I'm like,
he's a
get
Spurs
outta
fan.
here.
Yeah, he's a Spurs
I'm
fan.
like, man, get out of here. How dare you say Harden is better? First off, Harden can't even perform well in the playoffs.
Talk to him.
So let's talk about.
I said, talk to him.
And secondly, and it looked like if Harden, and then there's been YouTube. I don't know where I can't find the video, but there's been YouTube that's saying if Harden doesn't, if the Knicks eliminate the Cavs this year, which is gonna happen, then guess what? It look like Harden is gonna be done pretty much because I think Harden is 37 years old.
Yeah,
he's gonna be done. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna win a ring. So what you got to say about that?
I think that is just hate. Anybody who thinks that James Harden is better than Jalen Brunson, they hating, or they don't know nothing about basketball, or they're a James Harden fan. It's one of the three. So I don't really take heed to it.
And then I saw. I know you was watching Game 1, but there was a part in Game 1. I think somewhere in the late fourth quarter, or overtime. I can't remember, something like that. I gotta look at the review again, right?
Okay.
Where James Harden tried to do some magical type of pass, tried to do some style pass, like some Jason Williams type assist, and he ended up throwing the ball to OG Anunoby.
Wow.
You didn't see that part, right?
Nah. But no, I did. You talking about at the end of the game in the fourth?
Yeah,
Yeah. I seen that.
The fourth. I'm like, and then you saying, please, man, listen, we going to the finals, bro. You understand? Like, stop thinking the Cavs got what we got. And then also you got to remember the Cavs is gonna. I hope the players know that the Cavs is gonna try to come into the guard game too tonight for a revenge. Yeah, I know you understand. So
Yeah.
you gotta come out ready. You can't.
Yeah, they gonna
I
come out,
don't
but they
want
gonna
them
get
to.
cooked.
But I don't want them to come out being down 22 and have to come back again. You know.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
10
I think we're gonna win tonight,
seconds.
and I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
And don't forget, you got Clarkson. You better hope. Listen, once McBride and Clarkson get going, along with Shamit,
Mm-hmm.
it's a wrap. That's all I gotta say, man. And no double big lineup, bro.
All right, man. I appreciate you, Moses. Big time salute.
Mhm.
All right. I like how he threw the double big lineup in at the end there. I like that. Oh, did my mouse just die? Hold on. Get another mouse. When one mouse dies, you put the next one in. All right. There you go. All right, bet. So that was my man Moses. Let me keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I got who's next? Musa. All right, see what Musa has to say. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. What's going on, Musa?
What's good?
Man, nothing much, man. Just vibing right now. You tell me what's up, man. Where we going? A lot of topics today.
Let's go.
Yeah, what's the topic for today? The main what's the main topics here?
I didn't get to Mikal yet. I'm gonna get to Mikal in a second, but we were talking about the adjustment of Landry Shamet and OG Anunoby on Allen and how it forces them to put Mobley in screen action. We talked about Josh Hart and Bruss's statement about they got to start faster. A couple of things we talked about. Jason Kidd got up out of there. We couldn't save him because remember we helped get him the bag. Yeah.
Yeah. I would I think if Josh Hart has it, you keep him in. If he doesn't, then you make the adjustment. It's just simple knowledge from Mike Brown. I don't think you play a guy who's gonna, if Josh Hart's gonna miss threes, then what's the use of him out there? It just ruins the flow for the Knicks.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, pull him out. Yeah, but will you change your starting lineup though?
What, change the starting lineup? Hell no.
Okay.
We can't do that. I mean, we can, but I don't know. That gets a little interesting because a guy like a Shamit, right? He's not really a facilitator like Hart that's gonna help Brunson.
Right.
Because it'll make life harder. It'll make life more harder on Brunson, and Bridges is not really a guy that can facilitate the offense. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you.
I think it's best to keep the lineups starting five as it is. If you have to make the adjustments throughout the game, you make them.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think that maybe they go more double big. I don't know. I know yesterday you was on that I was listening to the show. Everybody was telling how they were all trying to convince you how it was good, the double big lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think the double big lineup is trash. I still feel that way. I'm just not going to allow them to trigger me today. You know, I that's why I'm putting you out on a hard clock. So that's it. I ain't gonna be there for 4 hours talking about the double big lineup, and that's not what the show was about.
Yeah, that wasn't even what the show was about yesterday. That's the funny part.
That's the funny part. Like they can't even tell me what the show was about yesterday.
They just wanted to flip on you.
Yeah, that's what it was. And what the trigger be.
What do you call it? Would you go more to it if you have to? Like if you're getting killed on the boards, do you put Mitch and Cat together?
Well, then you have to give me the information that shows me that they help us be better on the glass.
Yeah, that's the thing. They both of them together.
10 seconds.
I don't know if they see
when we went plus
what's
6
the stat for that.
When we went plus 6 on the glass in that fourth quarter, Mitchell Robinson wasn't out there.
That's crazy. No wonder Mike Brown thinks what he thinks now. It all makes sense.
Bingo. But thank you, man. I appreciate you, Musa.
Yeah, no problem.
No doubt. All right. Yeah, look. let's try to keep it on where we are. I don't want to talk about the double big lineup much. All right. Mr. Knicks 101 says, I think Hart gets unless you we could talk about the double big lineup if you're gonna think that they should use it tonight. Okay. Because we're talking about game 2. So I will accept that. I think Hart gets 20 to 25 minutes a night. I don't really care. Like I don't think it matters like that how much minutes he gets, because if we're winning, I don't care. I don't care who plays. But if you asking me, do I think that is the solution? I don't know. Josh Hart could ball out tonight. He might get a triple-double and shut Donovan Mitchell out. You just never know. I don't want to take a dump on nobody. I think they all have value, and I don't want to cut nobody's minutes unless we see they're not producing, like Mikal Bridges wasn't producing. But I get your logic though, Mr. Knicks 101. You just feel as though Josh Hart for this series, there's a disadvantage. In the regular season against the Cavaliers, his numbers were slightly better. I got it right here, actually. Literally, like right in front of me. Like, that's crazy. This is the numbers from the season. Josh Hart, he slightly up his points. He did shoot 30% from 3, so the 3 ball wasn't there. He didn't shoot good from 3 against the Cavs. His rebounding was down, minus 11.5. I don't really care about the plus minus by itself though, because the team was a minus. But that is a big minus. But I just don't know what he's going to do. Because if that's the same logic, then OG Anunoby, should his minutes be cut? He averaged 12 points a game against the Cavs in 3 games. He shot 31% from 3. OG did. Only 1.7 free throws. He did get 6.3 rebounds, which is good. But OG didn't have the greatest, time. I just think that you go with the flow of the game, and the game will dictate whether or not Hart's minutes get cut. But I don't think it should be something, we're going to just cut his minutes just for the sake of cutting it because you think it won't work. I think that if like last night, he's not hitting the 3 ball, because I don't think he played bad so much. I just think that him not hitting that 3 ball put us in a position where we had to make a decision. All right. Really quickly. Okay, yeah, I'm good. All right, bet. Let me keep the call. I got Angie and I got another call, and then I'm going to get into another topic. (646-995-8389). Uh-oh. What's going on, Angie?
Karan, what's going on?
I was triggered yesterday. They're not going to trigger me again, Angie.
Good. Hey, we've been there, done that, got the T-shirt. We're on to the next topic.
Let's go. So where you want to go?
The Josh Shamit conversation.
Yes.
This is one of the things, and you've heard me say this a few times throughout the season, especially the second half of the season. I am just so impressed with Coach Brown. And his greatest attribute for me is each game is a different game. He will adjust based on what the game tells him to do.
Right.
And so, tonight it could be Shamit, it could be Deuce, it could be Josh, it could be Mikal could stink it up. What we have to rest on is we finally have a coach that's intelligent enough, that has already proven to us that everybody can sit. If you think about this season, everybody has been benched, I think with the exception of maybe Brunson and OG, right? Based on your performance that game. And so that's not going to change. And so I think it's premature for us to base last game what we should do next game, because we have a coach and a staff that's not how they roll. They've showed us that, right? And so I think, Josh brings so many different attributes, and Shamit brings his attributes, and it all depends on what you bring this game. And if you think about it, Shamit was a solid rotation player. He was like in the seven-man rotation a good while. Because guess what? He fell off. He wasn't producing offensively. He wasn't producing defensively. So guess what? He fell out the rotation. again, we've seen this happen with everybody, with the exception of Brunson and OG. And so I just think what I'm always watching, which makes this team so exciting to me, because the last 5 years prior to Brown arriving, I didn't have this excitement because I knew what Tibbs was going to do. Tibbs going to stick to his blueprint, not Brown. Brown doesn't do that. He goes based on what the game tells him to do. So I'm always like trying to see what the new remix of this movie going to be this game. And so let's just, let's don't even worry about, regardless of what it is, whether it's the two bigs, whether it's this player playing good, that player. It depends on who's producing. Whoever's producing, that is who is going to get the minutes. And that's the coaching staff that we have. And I think is a beautiful thing. And so that's all I wanted to say. We can rest to know we got a coach and a staff that we can be confident in, that's going to make the immediate proper adjustments. He's shown us for 82 games. He's shown us.
Man, great point, Angie. I appreciate that. I agree. Yeah, it should just be based on performance. And that's what Mike Brown has done. I don't think we come in saying this guy, his minutes will get cut. But I appreciate you, Angie.
All right. Smash those likes. All right.
Let's go.
Good. Be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Great call. Great points. The OKF ladies, they always know what they're doing, man. Smash that like button. All right. Very important to the algorithm. We got to let the YouTube people know that we are here in the place to be. All right. And also subscribe, because I know that well over half of you guys are not subscribed. So subscribe now. Help us close the gap. I didn't get into the Mikal stuff yet. I'm going to get into it. I also want to introduce a cat topic as well that I want to talk about. And also I want to let you guys know Saturday it's going down. We're going to be at Q Bar. All right. That's in Bayside, Queens. It's a pool hall for game 3 this Saturday, Knicks Cavs. All right. All you got to do is hit the link tree. I don't know if the link stayed there. Hold on. I'm going to try putting it in this chat here so I can pin it. So I'm about to put the RSVP link in again because I don't think it pinned correctly. And that way you guys could click the link and join up. All I need is your name and email. That's it. So I know exactly how many people are coming and what we're working with. All right. So let me just make sure I'll put this in the chat for y'all. And then we'll just go from there. So I'll look forward to seeing y'all on Saturday. All right. Let me just put this in the chat. Bam. So it's in the chat now. I just got to pin it. So y'all could click it. All right. So all you got to do is click my link tree. It's my link tree, y'all. It's not a special website. It's the same link tree y'all probably all been to. All you got to do is go there. All right. All right. So let me, hold on, I think I have one more person I want to see. This is an out-of-state caller. I'm curious. I'm hoping this is a Cavs fan. Please be a Cavs fan. Where are the Cavs fans out? Like, we're not going to talk to no Cavs fans? Like, this is crazy. Let's see. Keep the calls coming. 646-99. Hold on, I ain't dialed. Let me try it again. All right. And if you want to talk about, today's topics, you could call up. I'm going to introduce the cat topic. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
My name is Andrew Real.
Okay.
I'm in Jamaica right now, son. And my
okay.
Knicks is doing so good. I'm so proud of my Knicks right now, man. I want to jump through the roof, son.
That's what's up.
Jalen Bronson doing this thing. And I appreciate you guys, man. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I love my Knicks so much, man. I made an anthem. I made a song for them, man. And I'm just trying so hard to get in touch with the Garden so they can just listen to it. I know if they hear this song, they're gonna play it, man, when they coming on the court, son. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm telling you, man, I'm overjoyed because I ain't seen the Knicks do this. I ain't been so confident about the Knicks in years, man. I've been watching the Knicks since early 70s, man, because I ain't no young boy. But Trust me, son. I'm proud of the Knicks, man. I just wanted everybody to know, man. I'm glad you guys called me back, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is this the best team you've seen since the 70s?
Man, Patrick Ewing and them had a good team, but when it comes to MJ, man, MJ used to kill us, man. I used to have heartbreaks every year because of MJ, man. And then Patrick Ewing with this one dunk, you know what I'm saying? When he could have dunked the ball, he tried to lay it up that one time, man. It just messed my head up that one time, man. When they played in the finals, but the best team so far right now is this one right here, man. I think we could do it, man. I think we.
That's what's up.
On, you know what I'm saying?
That's where we at right now.
Yeah, that's where we at. So, if anybody on the line, man, know somebody that I could get in touch with, man, just hit me up, man. I dropped my WhatsApp number on there. Just hit me up. I want y'all to hear the song, though. Is there any way I can send you the song?
If you want to contact me, the best way is via email. You hit that link tree and it's there, info at This Week Inside the Knicks. Anybody trying to contact me, that's the only way to contact me.
What is it?
Info at This Week Inside the Knicks. Yeah, info at thisweekinsidetheknicks.com.
Okay, info at thisweekinsidetheknicks.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you the song right now, son. Info inside the Knicks.
Info at This Week Inside the Knicks. And if you can't find it, all you got to do is go to my link tree. The link is in the chat. It's all there. That's the best way to get me. Via link tree.
Make sure you give me a listen, man. Give me a listen, man.
All right. Yeah, just send it over.
Listen to the song. And if you can, just post it up on your YouTube, man. So
nah, I'm not posting unless you want to pay me for some promo package. We got promo packages too. Just hit that link tree. Okay. Yeah. Hit that link tree. I got you in a promotion.
Okay, I'm
sure.
Check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Check it out, man. I sure will.
All right.
Man.
All right.
Big up yourself, man. Big up.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Representing from Jamaica, man. Big time.
Yeah, man. That's good. I love this, man. All right.
I'm with you. We all love it, and we are all here for the movement. So big time salute.
I can't wait for tonight. I can't wait for tonight, man.
Me either, man. I appreciate you, man.
Wait for tonight.
Yeah, this is the year.
Man. Big up, man.
All right, salute. Yeah, that's a great call. Look, if you guys want to reach out to me in any capacity, you also can hit that same link that's pinned in the chat, Linktree. All right? That's the best way to get to me. Don't text this line. You're not going to get me. I promise you. You only could call when I'm live. That's it. I'm not on this line. You want to get at me, get in the Linktree. Another thing you could do, join the channel. We got a Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. If you want to get at me that way, you can as well. All right? The choice is yours. All right? But really quickly before I get back to the phone lines, I want to introduce this cat topic because cat, I call them Kajic. A lot of y'all don't like that name. I like it, so I'm going to continue using it. But no, seriously, Towns, he was supposed to be the hub. Magic Johnson, so to speak, was his favorite player, and that's the role that he wants to be in. I call him an arena football quarterback because he doesn't dribble the ball up the court, right? So he's like halfway there. So, that's his position on the floor. But my question is, with the new adjustments that was made, and the way the Cleveland Cavaliers defended Cat by putting Mobley, who was a pretty good perimeter defender for bigs, will that limit Cat's ability to be Kajic? All right. Now, the New York Post had a good article on this that I wanted to share with y'all. I said, Knicks winning switch isn't the end of the cat-centric offense. All right. So they began playing through Towns. We know what sparked the winning streak that continues. Now it's 8 games, historic. No team has done this in Knick history before. It's a beautiful thing. But it didn't look good or as good against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, as much as we love the Knicks, we got to be real. The Kajic didn't look good against in game 1. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean that you can't make adjustments and keep it going, but we got to keep it real. Kajic did not look great in game 1. It was not nearly as effective against the Cavaliers. Their two strong big man defenders in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Towns' ability to see and pass over Onyeka Okongwu and Joel Embiid was key to that system thriving. Mobley and Allen, though, are much more active and disruptive defenders and made it much more difficult for Towns to defend. He had 7 turnovers to 5 assists. Now, you see the 7 turnovers? When you got more turnovers than assists, that's a problem. Now, there could be a nice tweak. Right? I'm not trying to say Cat shouldn't pass the ball. I'm not there at all. But at the end of the day, clearly Cleveland's strategy, at least for game 1, has worked. All right. Now, when the Knicks made the stretch down the stretch, the comeback down the stretch, they went away from that. Clearly, they did. They went back to Brunson having the ball in his hand to start possessions, but I'm not saying that the solution is Brunson to dribble the whole game. I'm not saying that either, but I'm just saying they had to pivot from that scenario, and then Towns went into his Mitchell Robinson impersonation, where he got some very key rebounds in the game, and then others spread the floor and let him get in isolation. All right. Now, this is what Mike Brown said. That's just the action we went at the time. Now, that's the key. Like Angie said, Mike Brown, he going to do whatever for the moment. And our most dangerous attribute is our ability to change and adapt. That's the most dangerous attribute that we have. Okay? But we have a lot of other stuff and didn't execute well throughout the course of the game. We have to do a better job, and we try to clean it up today. Hopefully, it will translate to the game, because I feel like everybody we have on the floor is dynamic. Our offense has been dynamic, and we don't want to lose sight of that. So what do y'all think about Kajic? Mike Brown said that, it's just what they went to at the time, having to go away from it. But I'm not going to act like I didn't see Evan Mobley do a solid job on Towns on the perimeter. He did a solid job. And will that game 1 performance shift us away from the Kajic stuff? Let's add that to the docket, all right? I'm going to take a couple of more calls, then I'm going to get to Mikal, then I'm going to get to the 3 keys as well, all right? So smash that like button. Got a couple of more people who called. I'm curious to see what they got to say. If they want to add in on the Kajic stuff, we can. 646-995-8389. I'm going to get to Mikal in a second, all right? Get my man Trey from Queens in the building. See if he's there. What's going on, Trey?
Yo, what's happening?
Nothing much, man. Just recovering from yesterday's show. Yesterday's show was crazy.
Yo, I had to recover from that Knicks win, man. I got too wavy. I was out of commission yesterday, but I'm back for the game tonight.
Let's go.
You hear me? Yo, I want to talk about Cat.
Yeah.
Yo, Cat, hold on. Let me turn the background off because I hear it interfering.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, the nigga Cat, it's like this. He, we know he's a little inconsistent.
Remember, watch the language. Let's go. We good.
Oh, the N-word, right.
Yeah.
Broski's a little inconsistent, right? But let's not throw him away over that one game. I didn't like the 13-13 with the turnovers. Mobley was a little taller, so Cat couldn't just, sometimes he'll get some buckets just because he's 7 feet and the person guarding him is like 6'8". So he had to make some adjustments. It's cool. But Cat, we are not the 13-13 and just rely on Brunson to be Superman. That it can't work every game, brother. You're an all-star. We're gonna need to see at least 20. I'll take 18, darn it, if that's all you got. But we can and your boy Bridges, he's been having a lot of consecutive games with 18, 20. So if he has a game where he only has 13, we can't be mad at him. That's when we pick up the slack. He picked up the slack for everybody in that last game. We wouldn't have won that game in that fourth quarter without Bridges running around like a madman trying to get every steal and locking up. You know what I'm saying? And we got to remember, too, because I got some keys to victory that I was thinking about. OKC, they down 2 players. OG is playing through injury. But if we really want this ring, this series can't go 6 or 7. We're going to need OG against OKC for that ring. You know?
Right.
Yeah, because and the good thing about it, we can win different ways. We won with Brunson. All right, that's our old trick. We let Brunson just go off on you for 25 in the fourth. But we got Cap, we got Bridges back, we got a deep bench. So now,
Right.
but our main, because to beat OKC, you gotta have at least two stars that could put the ball in. Number one. Number two, you gotta have a bench. Then number three, you got to have different ways to beat them. Because once they see how you beat them one time, they don't let you just beat them the next game
Right.
with that. So you got to throw different personnel, and we have it. We just need OG because starting five, we got three stars for you guys to deal with. We got three, and y'all down one of y'all main stars with the J Dub cat. So I say we try to close this series out. We like desperately need to win in four for that ring because OG needs a little 3, 4, 5, 6 days of rest. And then OKC and the Spurs, they're in battle. That look like that's going game 6 or 7. So they're gonna be
10
tired. And we
seconds.
could take advantage of having the fresh legs and that full team that we got. We don't just got Cat and Brunson. We have a bench. And then
100%.
with the bench, you might get Alvarado and Kloskin. You might get Deuce and Shamit. That's 4 different people that when they on, they can light up.
Bingo.
With Mitchell Robinson thugging everybody out in the middle, how he always do. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
You opening up the lines tonight after the win?
Of course. Smoke fire.
All
You
right.
know that.
Oh, bet. I can't wait.
We'll
I'm
be
a
back tonight.
Yo, what time?
Probably 11. Like I usually do wait like an hour or 45 minutes after the game. We
Right.
cook it right up.
Bet. No. I'll see you then, bro. Shout out
All
to
right.
Nick Nation.
No
I'm
doubt,
gone.
Trey. Big time. All right. It's my man Trey. A lot of good points, man. A lot of good points. I think that the adjustments, man, like it don't even it's like our team is like so unique where it don't even matter who starts. It don't matter who comes in the second quarter. Like we could literally just change it and go in a whole different direction. In some games, it may be Mitch time. Some games, it may be Shamit time. Angie was saying the same thing as well. Like the team, man, we winning the championship. We've never seen this before. As great as 99 was and 94, we never seen a team be so dominant on both ends of the floor with this much flexibility to change in the middle of the game, in the middle of a series. Special, man. Y'all gotta appreciate, what we're seeing because it's magical.
Yo,
Blue, what's going on, Blue?
what's going on, man?
Nothing much,
How you
man.
doing?
What direction we going in today?
All right, man. So, I was thinking about the bonehead mistakes Kenny Atkinson made during game one. That was the whole reason why the Knicks really ultimately won. I mean, yeah, Brunson did his heroics,
Right.
that's ultimately, the reason why. But, the fact that, they didn't attack Brunson, yeah, 5 fouls. They didn't even, this is what I'm saying about the chess move. So, Mike Brown didn't get out coached because
Yeah.
of the stupidity of the other coach, right? Now, Mike Brown can't continue to make, silly mistakes that's going to cost the game because he could have cost the Knicks the game. Seriously, and if the Knicks are serious about trying to get to these finals, he needs to make sure that they are really on point. And I don't know. I don't know if he has what it takes, man. I don't know, man, because he keeps showing the propensity to just do things that are just mind-boggling. I was watching the roommates podcast, and Josh Hart was like, "Yeah, we found our groove. Mike Brown found his glasses, and he started finally coaching." It's things like that you paying attention to, and you're like, there's something there, and You know, you have to be aware of what's really going on. I do think that they have to find a way to unlock Towns in this series. You have to play the double bigs when both of the bigs are on the floor to mitigate, the rebounding disparity. You can't you can't the double big lineup is
I
gonna work
completely
when
disagree with
both of
that.
them.
Completely
But
disagree with that.
that's fine. But look, I'm a break it down real quick. The
Mm-hmm.
reason why you have to have both of them when Jared Allen and Mobley are on the floor is it's not just the spacing. We seen how the spacing works in that fourth quarter when you had the guards on there with Shamit and OG and Bridges. But during the game, you have to find ways where you know when you put Mitchell Robinson in there before they get into the bonus, where you can
10
effectively
seconds.
use Mitchell Robinson, and that's early in the game. That's early before the team gets into the bonus where they can now do hack a Mitch. You have to find ways to offset that during the game, and that's putting Mitchell Robinson in the game earlier with Towns so that they can't just out
Oh,
rebound you
well,
and take
well,
it to yeah.
I hear you, Blue. I appreciate the call. I strongly disagree.
All right,
But
all
we'll
right,
talk about it later, though, man. I appreciate you, though.
all right. No problem.
All right, pizza. You see how I'm handling the call. We stick it to the clock. I completely disagree. We were a +7 or +6 in the fourth quarter with Towns on the floor with Shamit and OG and Bridges and Brunson mostly in the game. Mitchell Robinson didn't play. Us rebounding the ball the way we do, that's in spite of the double big lineup, not because of the double big lineup. They only played 5 minutes together. So this theory y'all have, you don't have facts. You have a belief. Now, the one thing I agree that he said for Mitchell Robinson individually, where I would play him, is in the beginning of the second and the beginning of the fourth quarter. That way they can't run Hacker Mitch. That has nothing to do with the double big lineup. No, sir. You do not need the double big lineup because you could talk about the positive and what you think is the positive, but the cons, I don't want to talk about it. This show is not really about the double big lineup, but he talked about it in the game. We're talking about, just to be clear, we're talking about Mikal Bridges. I didn't get to it yet. Going to get to it in a second. We're talking about the adjustment on Donovan Mitchell with Landry Shamet. We're talking about will he be Kajic based on the way he's being defended? Right? We're talking about Jason Kidd, who lost his job, and the Knicks couldn't save it because they tried to offer him the bag. We're talking about Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart's comments about Game 2 starting off stronger. Okay? These are the topics that we have. Okay? These are what we're going with. The theme of the show isn't the double big lineup. Now, if you want to mention the double big lineup, just know that your call is going to be 3 minutes. It's not going to be 50 minutes. I'm sticking to the clock. All right? But yeah, I strongly disagree. It's like y'all just have basketball theory. In reality, I'm going to give you the practical stats to back it up. That's what I always do. That's what I've been doing. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. What's going on, Rod? New York, the ATL.
Let's go.
Yeah,
What's going on? Where we going today? It's game day.
I just want to talk about Mike Brown for a second.
Okay.
I don't know where you have Pat Riley ranked as a coach in the Knicks annals history.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for Red Holtzman. We have to say maybe most people in the world are gonna put Red Holtzman as number one because he has 2 rings with them, but
yeah.
Mike Brown's already better than Pat Riley, man.
Ooh.
You know why?
Why you say that?
He's willing to make adjustments. Remember Pat Riley leaving Starks in there saying he went with him because that's the guy that got him there and he felt the obligation.
Yeah.
And remember the adjustment Mike Brown made yesterday when Josh came out, then Landry came in, started doing this thing. Pat Riley wouldn't have done that.
Pat Riley is the
Hey,
reason
Mike-
why Mark Jackson got traded.
Matter of fact, if Mike Brown was a coach when in that game with Starks, he would have pulled him, and at least Rolando Blackman or Hubert Davis would have came in. We
Bingo.
probably could have won the championship.
Blackman, that was the other guard, because we was talking about that. We couldn't remember the name of the other guard.
Yeah.
Blackman.
Rolando Blackman was
Facts.
nice.
He was
I
nice.
used to like that team in Dallas
Good
before he
point.
came here.
Good point.
Yeah. So yeah, he's already ahead of Riley, man. So yeah, just wanted to mention that, bro.
I'm with you. What's your thoughts on the Landry Shamet Mitchell adjustment and how that may impact Josh Hart's minutes?
I don't think it's gonna impact Josh Hart's minutes. I think everything is a game to game basis. It's just that for that particular time, that's what was needed, and that's how it should be. Because I think his rotations are set, but they're gonna be adjustable on the moment, and that's how it should be. Because you can't predict what kind of game somebody's gonna have, if they're gonna be on or off, but you got to be quick to make that adjustment. And
Great
you
answer.
understand that, and you make your players understand that, and that's the maturity level.
Yeah, that's a Mike Brown thing. It's not like Tiz would keep Hart out there 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, that's important. You know, it's not a set game plan, and I'm glad y'all saying that. You know, because that's just the right answer.
Matter of fact, I sent my boy a clip today because somebody said, "Remember this?"
Seconds.
And it showed back in the Rockets when CP3 and Harden was on the floor together. He was in a huddle, and so those two was arguing. So CP3 gave his extension. He said, "All right." Then Harden hit down his hand. I said,
"Yeah, I remember that."
If you listen to CP3, maybe you have a ring or two. Because definitely CP3 is a thinker. Obviously, you're not. You probably was thinking about going to the strip club after the game.
Right. But yo, man, Rock, I appreciate you, man. Great call. Good answer too on the Shamet thing. Big time.
All right, bro.
No doubt. Yeah, I think we got to start looking at this Knicks team like we're just different. You know what I'm saying? Like we are just different. By the way, if you just joined the show, smash that like button. We talking about a lot today. I'm about to get into the Mikal Bridges thing before I get back to some more calls. Man, I just think that we could get it done. I'm watching the Western Conference Finals, and I'm just seeing the holes in both of those teams, and I'm like, man, we have OG Anunoby. We have just different X factors that the Spurs and Oklahoma City don't have. All right, smash that subscribe button if you're just doing the show. By the way, it's going down Saturday. All right, Q Bar. Okay, we're going to be in the building for the watch party, the OKF watch party for Game 3 of the Knicks and Cavs. All right, and listen, the spot is nice. It's a pool hall. We're going to play pool. There's food, there's drinks, there's the Knicks. It's going to be a great time and a great night. Make sure y'all in the building. Hit that link tree. All right, linktree/TheObjectiveFan is in the chat pinned. And all you got to do is tell me your name and how much people you're coming with. All right. So really quickly, I'm going to get to Mikal Bridges. Now, Mikal Bridges, he's going to give the Knicks the last laugh. All right. He's going to give the Knicks the last laugh. Right. Because a lot of people were talking about, 6 picks. They traded 6 picks. Why would they trade so much for Mikal? Then people speculated about the bag. Why would you pay Mikal $150 million? What are we doing? Why would we do that? We could have used the picks. We could have gave the money to somebody else. He's not worthy of that. Knicks are already having the last laugh over their $150 million Mikal Bridges decision. What do we mean by that? All right. When the Knicks signed Mikal Bridges to a 4-year, $150 extension, the decision was met with a lot of skepticism from a lot of you guys that are in the chat now. Y'all was like, Mikal, no. Why are we going to pay Mikal this? Why are we going to pay him that? And then, people seeing that we are balling. He's balling now, and now a lot of people have forgotten that this happened. All right. Now, whether the picks are too much or too little or whatever, we'll find out. If you can't name the two people that already were traded for Mikal Bridges, you're already starting on the wrong side of the tracks to me, because what are you complaining about? Now, here's the key that no one's talking about. If the Knicks did not sign Mikal to his extension in last summer, and I think Leon knew this, Mikal Bridges could have gotten more money in free agency. The way he's bought now, whether y'all agree, disagree, Mikal keeps playing like how he's playing in these playoffs, and you win the championship. How much money do you think you're going to have to pay Mikal? You're going to have to pay him a serious bag. So the Knicks and Leon Rose, they made the right choice giving him that bag, because look at what his extension would have been. All right. Proud on about how only a handful of squads have cap space this summer if you must. Teams will chisel out room if it means landing one of the league's premier 3-and-D wings. For as frustrating as Bridges' experience is at times, he still falls firmly into that bucket, even for some of the most mediocre or worst nights. If a cap space team like Los Angeles, Chicago are poking around Peyton Watson market, you can rest assured they'd have looked at Bridges. Squads a heartbeat from significant cap space, such as Los Angeles Clippers and the Atlanta Hawks, could have done the same. Could you imagine if Bridges goes to the Atlanta Hawks? Now, here's another thing, too, and I think I did a good job of exposing this. People have a false perception of Mikal Bridges and how he's being utilized. Yeah, I saw him go to Brooklyn and get 26 a game. He could go to another team and get 20 a game easy, because that will be his role. On the New York Knicks, that is not his role. So you could get one of these money-hungry teams to try and go and sign him. Hell, maybe the Nets try to get him back. I like New York anyway. I don't want to leave New York. I'm right there from Philly, and they offered me a bag. Let me go back to Brooklyn. That might sound shocking to you. It don't sound shocking to me. Bottom line is, there are teams that are out there that would offer him money. Up against other bidders, the Knicks would have needed to pony up more dough. A 4-year max would have run them. Do you see this? A 4-year max for Bridges would have run roughly $221.8 million. A 5-year would have cost $287.1 million. That would have been his max. His max in the summertime was 4 years, 158 or something like that. Do you see the bag? Do you see the bag? Because even if you say, okay, he doesn't get the full max, he could easily have gotten anywhere near $200 million. No matter what, it would have been more than what you offered him. That is the point. So the current Mikal Bridges extension is a bargain. I love this article, by the way. It's fine. I'm not just saying this because Mikal was my former client. No, I'm saying it because I like the way they're breaking down the facts. Bridges is in line to be no higher than the league's 53rd highest payer next season. That the top 50 to 60 range is likely where he'll settle for the duration of his contract. Unless you believe he's not a top 50 player. That's a good question. Do you think he's a top 50 player? This deal cannot be considered detrimental. And arguing that point now of all times is an extreme reach. And also, here's another thing too. How many young players haven't even got their money yet that would, get more salary as well? So no matter how you look at it, it's a bargain. But I'm curious to see what you guys would think about that. Do you think the Knicks made the right move, or do you think that the Knicks and Leon Rose were cunning to sign him last year for less money, because the way he's balling now, do you think he would have got paid more money? I think that I'm gonna say my thought. I'm gonna see what y'all think. Then I'm gonna tell y'all my thoughts. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. If I miss your call, I am calling back. Got my man Folks in the building. Hopefully you're still there. If not, I'll move on.
Hey.
What's going on, folks in the building?
Hey.
Let's go.
How you feeling, man? Where we going today, family?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Yeah, I wanted to talk about earlier when one caller called in about the two bigs in the lineup. Well, I looked at the game the other night and I saw that you don't need two bigs in there, right? Because the problem what I saw was like OG was on Jared Allen during that stretch when they had Jalen Brunson was making all of those shots.
Yeah.
But he couldn't have got to those shots if OG was blocking out Jared Allen those 4 or 5 times where he got the rebounds so I looked at that, and that's why you don't need the two bigs in at the same time, because if you're looking at that from the standpoint of having two bigs for rebounding, OG is the ultimate of rebounding block out person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a lot of times, like you looking at a bigs because it's for a rebounder, but I saw that OG was actually blocking out Jared Allen, and I seen that they wouldn't even got the opportunity to make comeback if it wasn't for him blocking out those people and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I feel like OG is a capable rebounder. It just depends on his matchup.
Yeah, but saying he was on Jared Allen, and every time I looked at it closely, he was just blocking him out and getting a rebound, or somebody else was getting a rebound. So
that's a fact.
I just don't understand how they could say put the two bigs. Yeah, I get that you could put Mitch in there, during the beginning of the quarter so you won't hack him and so you can go to the free throw line. But I was just wanted to make that point about that, and to just cancel all that talk about having the two bigs in there, because it takes away from all of the other guys that could come in and put up points and stuff. I think a lot of our guys should be able to get minutes like Deuce, and Deuce is going to be one to look at tonight and to tonight's game, because I think he's going to be the one to actually be the one that's going to catch fire tonight. If I'm not being mistaken.
Right. 100%. Great point. Yes. I think that this is a guard series. All they play is guards. Two big guys and guards. That's what we do. Two big guys and guards. So, you got to match that fire.
Yeah, it's about who catches fire. Like Deuce, to me, I think to me, Deuce is going to be the one to catch fire tonight, because I think he's itching to catch fire. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get back on his game and either Larry Shaman.
Right. 100%, man. Folks, I appreciate you, man. Big time salute. Yeah. And let's go Knicks, family.
Let's go Knicks.
All right. Yeah, I hear what he's saying. Look, I don't want to spend much time on the double big lineup, but to back him up about Deuce had that one game. He was a +5. 57% from the field, 66% from 3. This is a Deuce McBride series. This is a series for Deuce and Mikal. Like they're gonna shine. And we're talking about Mikal's money. We go to the championship, Mikal balls out. Let's just say the baby Spurs are there. We know what Mikal does against the Spurs. Now Mikal balls out. You would have to pay him a bag. I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. Leon Rose, the Mikal move. Moves for Mikal, what the trade and the extension looking like money moves. What say you? All right. 646-995-8389. Voice your opinion.
What's up,
Derek
Karan?
BK in the house.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? What's going on?
A lot, man. It's game day. Yeah. I'm excited. I think we about to cook them.
I'm more than excited. First of all, man, big up to Brunson, man, for getting Mikal over here. That was his move, man. He took less money to get Mikal. Big up to Brunson for that. You know,
Okay.
big up for that. And what Brunson and Hart, that comment about we started off slow. I don't think we started off slow.
Exactly.
We started. Our defense was on fire at first. But this, I think the rust started kicking in, but I don't think we started off slow. I don't think we started off slow. And then a couple of calls before that, did one caller say that Mike Brown did some bonehead stuff that could have cost us the game.
Yeah, he did say that. I think that was Blue.
But what did Mike Brown do that was boneheaded? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Mike Brown did.
I thought he corrected his mistakes. You know, like if he made a mistake, he would quickly adjust. You know, okay, take them out.
Yeah. Now the only thing that was boneheaded to me was Cat's fouls when he was grabbing people.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing that was boneheaded to me. He needed to clean that up. But Hart, you got to keep Hart in the starting lineup. You got to keep him out there, you know. And then Hart, man, if they're giving you the shot, man, keep shooting, man.
Keep shooting it.
Especially if you're open, just keep shooting.
Better shoot that ball. What?
Yeah, for sure. But us signing Mikal was great, man. Us getting Mikal was real good. He's showing that he deserves what he got, man. He deserves it. I think he deserves that money. And yeah, I think we made out good with that. We made out good with that, and we made out good with the Cat trade. So we've been making good moves, man. But like I said, man, I'm getting ready for tonight's game, man. We only 144 minutes away from going to the finals, man.
Ooh.
144 minutes.
So really quickly, do you think tonight will be a bloodbath or will it be a tight game?
I don't think Cleveland could recover from that loss we put on them. That's going to be hard for them to come back and to win tonight. I think we're going to kill them tonight.
Me too.
I think we murdered. I think we're killing them tonight. I don't think they mentally recover from that.
100%.
I don't think they can mentally recover from that. Yeah, man. So
yeah, I'm with you.
All right, Karan.
Thank you, Derek,
thanks for taking my call, man.
Big time.
Yeah. All right, salute.
No doubt. It's my man Derek from Brooklyn in the building. Mikal Bridges, what do you guys think, man? I'm curious to know. What do you guys think, man? Did we? A lot of y'all question the bread, but it's looking like that was a great move by Leon Rose. Because if we did not sign him, then, man, you just never know. By the way, smash that like button. We need to get them likes up, man. I'm out liking the likes right now. As you enter the show, we got to continue smashing that like. But we should have been past 100 likes by now. All right? So as you enter the show, if you like the show, then like the show. All right? And while you at it, subscribe, because I know well over 50% of you guys in the last 28 days are not subscribed. So subscribe now to help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10K subs, and each time we reach certain subscriber milestones, we have special giveaways. And the next up is the Jalen Brunson rookie card giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe, and you will automatically be entered in the chance to win. All right? Get my man Tugboat, the captain of OKF Nation. No, they will not trigger me today. I'm telling you, they will not. Yesterday's show was crazy. What's good, Tugboat?
What up, KP? How you doing today, man?
I'm good. I'm doing good, man. I won't be triggered today, man. So don't try it.
No.
What's up?
I wasn't even trying it yesterday, man. I was just, like I said, it was just I thought it was a fun space to be in that we're talking about. That's why we're going to the chip, man. I didn't even mean to go that far.
Yeah. What's up, though?
As far as the moves, though, I mean, how could you have any problem with it? We're going to the chip.
There you go.
Like, how could you look at any Leon's moves and be like, oh, I question that, while we're sitting here about to be a double champ.
Yeah, I mean, they said the money, though. They said the 150 was too much. You know, based on what I shared, do you think it's a bargain now? Because there's teams with the bag, man.
Right, yeah, and yeah, so it depends on, are you looking at an investment in regular season or an investment in playoffs? Because if you're looking at investment in playoffs, money well spent. Regular season, all right, it's questionable, but that's just for seeding purposes.
Right.
As far as playoffs, I mean, Mikal is, they're talking about what, top 50? He's top 50 in playoffs. top 25 in playoffs, right?
I'm telling
Top
you right
20 in
now,
playoffs, right?
he is the best clutch defender. Anytime you're the best at something important, you should get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to get paid. So yeah,
You gotta
I
get paid.
mean, like I said, the regular season, all right, that is what it is. But
Right.
postseason, which we all asked, we all, that's what the whole trial was about. Is as long as he performs in postseason, all will be
Bingo.
forgiven.
Right.
That is what it is. So yeah, no, Leon the Don, he's doing everything we asked for and more.
I agree. I have no
Yeah.
rebuttals there.
Yeah. What was the other topics? Was it just Mikal?
We got a lot. I mean, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart said that, we got off to a start. We need to start stronger. After the game one performance, I'm like, well, we won the first quarter. So like how much more stronger are you talking about? Super Saiyan mode? Like, this is what I'm saying. Why this team is different. Like, their standards are just so damn high. You know?
And
Yeah.
I mean, and shout out to them though, right? Because I mean, they're exceeding everybody's expectations. So they're exceeding our expectations, but maybe that's just meeting their expectations.
Good
You know
point.
what I mean? So maybe they're like everything that we're like, yo, we beat them by 40. We're coming back 22 points with 0% chance of winning. Coming back, we seen a video of JB yelling at not yelling, but talking to the team and be like, yo, we can win this. Everybody else in the world would be like, yeah, all right, I hear you, brother, but this is cooked. They look like they were receiving everything he said. And I was like, yeah, all right, let's go out and do it. So yeah, maybe our standards and their standards are just completely out of sync.
I just remembered I had mad stats I wanted to share, but I didn't fact check this one. I'm gonna fact check this, but I came across this. This is fire. Listen to this really quickly. It coincides with everything you just said. Record went down 20 plus in the last 2 postseasons. The rest of the NBA is 4-67. Y'all want to know the Knicks record? Drum roll, please. We are 4-3. Went down 20 in the last 2 postseasons. Now I gotta fact check it, but I can remember the 4 games they're talking about.
Sounds about right. Yeah,
sounds about right, right?
I don't know what the third 20-point one is, because I know we have 2 in Boston, the one last game, but I don't know what the fourth one would be.
Did we get one this year?
20,
another one?
We down 20 against Atlanta? I don't know.
I got to fact check that. Yeah, that's why I say I got to stat. Yeah. I don't like normally sharing stats that I don't stat check myself. I don't trust nobody's stats no more. But it sound about right. Let's say it's 3-3. Right. That's still fire.
Yeah, that's still fire compared to the league. So yeah, right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we're killing it on all cylinders, and that's what I was saying yesterday. As far as like piggybacking off what you say, which is the style that this team can win. We can win in any style. We can win down 20. We can beat you by 40. Yeah. We can beat you by 1. We can do it in so many different ways and so many different styles. That's why, when we're talking about styles, what we say styles make fights.
Yes.
What do you do when you have all styles in your bag?
Not even Floyd Mayweather could say that, because he ain't knocking nobody out no more.
Yeah, no, he's a defensive guy. He's the defensive guy. So, yeah, we got knockout power. We got defense power. We got footwork. We got everything.
Everything.
So it's just like, yeah, it's just amazing, man. We are witnessing history, man. I said yesterday, we are in the middle of a documentary, and it is just amazing to watch. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight's game, because I do think that they felt like they didn't play their best game in that first half, and I'm excited to see, now that the quote unquote rust is shaken off, how they're gonna come into the game today, especially with the Cavs. If the Cavs were tired coming into the series, they're tired coming into this game, because they had to go into overtime and still take an L.
Man, it's only gonna get worse.
It's only gonna get worse.
Not better.
It's only gonna get worse. And now Kenny Atkinson got the fire under his feet. So you don't know if he's going to get erratic or try to come. You don't know what he's going to come in with, because he's got the fire on him now for the lack of timeouts thereof.
Right.
So Harden's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. Donovan Mitchell, he disappeared. He had a disappearing act.
Right.
So yeah, we don't know what these guys are going to do, but we know what we're going to do, and that's, we're going to come out on top. And anything that they throw at us, we're just going to adjust and make it better. Because we were talking. What was the other topic about? It was something about adjustment, right?
Well, did we talk about Shaman and Hart? You know, the adjustment with Shaman on Mitchell and
Okay, what was that?
yeah. So it was Shaman. They put Shaman on Mitchell. He shut him down. But here's the key though. Then they shifted OG on Allen. Now you take away pick and roll with Allen. It's fire.
I always love when they, I know we're on a tight clock, but I always love when we do the OG playing a big man. I always love that because it always throws the other team for a loop as if they never thought it was a possibility or we would never use it. Because we were using that with Tibbs. And I always love like when OG was checking Embiid, the first time we had Philly. I love that. I just love when OG checks the big guy because he's a bigger guy. Like I know we not bringing up yesterday about the double bigs or anything, but OG is a big, but he's just a versatile big.
Right.
Because he's bigger than your average. He's bigger than Wemby. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like mass wise, he's bigger than Wemby. Wemby's just longer.
Bigger than Chet.
Yeah. Chet. Yeah. Whatever. But yeah. So yeah, no, it's dope, man. I mean, I feel. What do you think? Win by 20, win by 40, win by 50 tonight?
I feel like guaranteeing a double digit, but you seen I said a double digit last night. It came out to be 9, so I don't know if I want to guarantee a blowout, but I'm guaranteeing a win, and I'm gonna tell you why in a second.
Last night was a funky game. That was a funky game, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But that was a weird game. I don't. Oh, how about this last thing? Do you think Cat will ever get away with Hartenstein's fouls last night? That was crazy.
Yes and no. It depends on if the ref likes him or not.
Right?
Because Cat gets away with some stuff. Now, would he got away with that? Not that. I don't know about that. I don't know if he got away with that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, he might get away with 1 or 2 of those, but like the whole game worth, I was like,
not the demonstrative pulling of the dreads and the other. Yeah, nah, he's not getting away with it. Yeah.
Yeah, so sure. Yeah, I mean, I wish Cat gets a good whistle tonight. I hope he, the 13-13, I was cool with that because, like I said, it was a rusty game. But tonight, I expect a little bit more out of him. I'd like to see if we can actually execute, what we've been doing before. We're doing the catch it games, and but if not, however we get the win is how we get the win. That's all
it. That's all that matters, man. I appreciate you, Tugboat, man. Great call.
All right, brother.
Big time.
All right, man. Likewise, man. Great show, brother.
Thank you.
Can't wait for the game tonight.
All right, big time. So tomorrow, I couldn't do it last night. Tomorrow is going down. The members only op watch party. Make sure you're in the building. All you got to do is join the channel and you will be in the building because I couldn't do it yesterday, but anytime the opposing team is playing in the playoffs, we've been watching them doing watch parties. So the next one will be tomorrow and then we'll do one on Sunday as well. So make sure y'all tap in with that. Of course, Saturday we got the in-person watch party for the Knicks game at Q Bar. Make sure you guys are in the building. Hit the link tree and let me know that you're coming. All right. What else I want to say? Another announcement. No, about the game. I get to that super, but the game last night. One of the things I want to say about that. No, it was not a wacky game. See. I salute to my man Tugboat, but the game last night was not wacky. It went exactly the way I thought it would. I just didn't think it would be Hartenstein giving Wemby the trouble. I thought it would be Chet or one of the other smaller defenders. Hartenstein showed why he needs to be out there. I didn't think that he would be a part of the adjustment or the major part of the adjustment, but he definitely was. He was doing crafty veteran stuff to Wemby that Wemby wasn't ready for. Now, did he get away with the 2 fouls? Okay. But besides that, he was mauling Wemby, making it physical, sealing him so he won't be able to move. Fire. Big time salute to my man AP. I wish we would stop missing so many free throws. Mitchell Robinson on the floor, they're going to hack a Mitch. So he's going to miss free throws. I mean, it is what it is. As long as you're getting 30 free throws, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at 30 free throws. When you're getting 17 free throws and you're missing 10, that's a problem. You get 32 free throws and you miss 10, you could withstand that. The Cavs, they're looking to foul, you know, and whether it's Hack or Mitchell, period. I think they come to the realization that they just have so many unfair, like to all the people who picked the Cavs to beat the Knicks. I think you need to have an intervention with yourself. Like, why would you put money on on a team that does nothing better than the other team? Like, literally, you put the Cavs and the Knicks together. There's not one thing they do better than us besides shoot more threes and force more turnovers during the regular season. That's it. But we have the best transition defense in basketball, so turnovers will never really kill us. Turnovers rarely kill us because our transition defense is fire. Not to say that we should get turnovers, but, you know, even if Cat is turning over the ball, it's not necessarily the end of the world. You see, he had the 7 turnovers yesterday. It didn't cost us the game. It almost costed us the game, but it didn't cost us the game. So that's what my response would be. I'm going to get back to the phone lines, and then I got to do my 3 keys. I'm going to get my man Buddha in the building. What's good, Buddha?
Yo, what's good, man? Thank you for picking up, man.
I got you, family. Man. No doubt, man.
Hey,
where we going today?
Let's go.
We can go wherever the topics are. I've been listening. I caught the back end of it. You know, I've been working and stuff. But
so I got a question. Mikal.
Yes, sir.
Mikal. All right, the way he's balling right now, his max, if he would have signed a deal this summer, is $221 million for 4 years. We got him for $150. Do you think that we got him for the bargain?
I mean, I'll say yeah. I mean, because he still got 2 more years left. Because I thought we signed him 4 years.
150.
2 years. Yeah. So him and Cat, they locked in for no 2 more years. Yeah, it's a bargain.
No, Mikal got 4. No, Mikal signed it this summer. The past summer, last year.
Oh, he signed it last year. I thought it was in 2024. Okay.
No, he signed it last year. So yeah.
Yeah, of course, man. And I think you mentioned it or somebody, but like nobody's talking about them damn picks no more. Pardon my French. they don't even know. I think it was you or somebody. It was like, yo, tell me who was drafted.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Picks. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay, cool. But I thought it was interesting too, man. Long story long, this is a good stat. They said that the Cavaliers was 28-1 for the season when leading double digits going into the 4th.
Ooh, that's fire.
And now they 28-2. And guess who the team that beat them twice? The Knicks.
Ooh, that's a good one because Christmas.
Yeah, so they 28-2 against the Knicks when they lead double digits after the 3rd. I thought that was cool. I did want to say, man, I know everybody be tripping on Cat, and I told you, I said if he do a little something wrong, I don't want to hear about it because he do a whole lot of right. So I just want people to know I seen the grabbing of the arm and stuff and then the last grab of the arm when Jared Allen kind of like flopped a little bit, like Cat trying to win, and I always represent the football, but shout out to the Patriots. I'm not a hater, but. They know the Patriots cheated, but they still love Tom Brady and them boys. Like, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So my boy Cat, when he grab an arm, when he grab, I mean, come on, we all been there. We really care, you know what I mean? So Cat care. So when you see him doing something like he really want to win, he not doing what the toilet, Pistons did. They was trying to hurt people.
Yeah, because they can't guard you. They beat you up. That's their motto.
Oh my God! Not even beat. They freaking like assault you.
Yeah,
like it was
100%.
ridiculous, and they got away with a whole bunch of crap. I don't want to say the N word. They got a whole bunch of stuff, man. So when you see Cat do something like that, just know he mean well, and I'm sure it was tons of things, tons of dirty plays towards Cat that they didn't call. So when he do something like that, like. We don't even worry about that. That man just trying to win, man. It's basketball. It's playoffs. You know what I mean?
You right about that, Buddha. I appreciate. Yeah, we can't get too mad, especially when we win. As long as we win, I don't care. But I appreciate you, Buddha. Big time.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Buddha is right because even I spoke about the turnovers, and I was like, yeah, I know he turned it over a lot, but it didn't cost us the game. Sometimes we could be overly critical. And we need to avoid being overly critical, especially when you win. Now, when you lose, okay. What's going on? Sean in the building.
What's going on, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling better today, man. I'm not going to allow them to trigger me today, man. You know?
Well, with that being said, anyways, I totally agree with you with the double bid lineup any
Uh-oh.
damn way. Excuse my language. I'm not gonna get too deep into it,
Okay.
but I disagree with it because it actually clogs up the paint for guys that wants to get into the paint. When you play in a double bid lineup, the defensive side of the team is not even going to guard Mitchell Robinson
Right.
any damn way. Now,
Right.
you talking about getting rebounds wise, then yes, they're going to try to put a body on him, but that's just Mitchell Robinson game. He going to get rebound.
Right.
But
Of course.
we talking about scoring wise, that's going to stop Cat from being what Cat do. Cat drives from the top of the key and from the 3-point line to the paint. With Mitchell Robinson there, it's not going to work. All the numbers that everybody can come up with, okay, yes, it might look good, but if you're looking at it as
They don't
from an
got no
eye
numbers.
standpoint,
They don't
well
got no
then,
numbers. They don't got no
well
numbers.
then I don't think it's the best thing to do. Second, to get back on what you was talking about with Mikal, yes, I do think we got him for a bargain. Matter of fact, didn't Mikal sell he signed less for like 3 million?
Yeah,
Only
like
supposed to be
I think it was 156 or something like that, and he signed for 150.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So he even took less. Now that's not a lot, but still 3 million can add up to something else. We could have put
That's
it
a lot
towards
to us.
somebody else.
Shoot.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I
Mm-hmm.
think we did get him for a bargain, and I think he's doing great. Like I said before, he was our X factor in the playoffs. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Josh Hart now. Don't change the starting lineup. I don't know what Lou was talking about. I think he need to sit back and watch the game a little more because I don't know what he was talking about with Mike Brown. But Josh Hart needs to stay in the starting lineup. Now,
That's a fact.
do you need to take the minutes from him? Yes, absolutely. Take some minutes from him, give him the Shamit or give it to Deuce. More Shamit. Which I think should happen is why not switch Hart to Harden and put Mikal on Mitchell? Start that with that.
Right.
Then when you sub in Shamit, you can take Mikal off and give him a break, put him on Harden, and
Right.
put Shamit on Mitchell.
Good
Then you
point.
would have a tack defender, a point tack defender, you know what I'm saying, on Mitchell at all times. Then when you
Right.
need to sit down both of them, you got Deuce to come in and also put that type of defense on top of Mick. So I
Bingo.
think we have all different type of varieties and different players that we can put on Mitchell. The
Right.
thing that we need to do is just continue
10
to play our ball.
seconds.
We continue to play our ball, get rebounds, facilitate. Mike Brown needs to get Cat a little more facilitated in the offense. But if we can do that, I think we're gonna get this game tonight. I really don't see
100%.
them coming back from that horrible loss game one. So I think we're gonna blow them out tonight. Appreciate
Thank
you,
you, man.
Karan.
No doubt, Sean. Great call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's another thing too to add to that part about Hart on Harden, right? And then put Mitchell on put Bridges on Mitchell. I think the problem that people are overlooking is not just the defense, though, when they make the argument for Hart to come out. It's just that he didn't hit the 3-ball. It really was he wasn't making them pay. If he was making them pay with the 3-ball, I think Hart closes the game. And I think the game is different. Because now Hart, he could do the same thing that Shamit did. You know, now, of course, if you want to go there, I didn't really want to go there, but if you want to say that Shamit is a better on the ball defender than Hart, that's cool. But at the end of the day, it's just strategy. But I really think it was his offense more than his defense. And we'll see tonight. We'll see what Hart does tonight. He's saying all the right things. He knows that he has to be better. I didn't talk about it, but he said that the shots will fall, and he thinks that game 2 will be a lot better than game 1. So we'll see. Just trying to make sure I spoke to everybody. All right, cool. Get my man FGC Hitman in the building. All right. What's good, FGC Hitman?
What's good, Karan? How you doing?
Nothing much, man. I can't complain, man. Just here waiting for this game to start. What say you?
I'm doing all right. I like the Mikal contract because Jalen Brunson took a cut. But if JB goes max earlier on, maybe it's not good. But all I care about is winning. So if we're a first or second round exit, then we could say the contracts are bad and all that. But where we're in the Eastern Conference Finals,
Right.
and soon to be in finals. So far it's a success in my opinion.
Good point. Great point. Not mad at it at all. What's your thoughts on Kajic? They had to go away from Kajic a little bit, which is Towns, the hub of the offense. Do you see that returning? Do you see an adjustment?
I see an adjustment. It's like when people make adjustments at high level, if you do the same thing over and over again, they're gonna adjust, and then we gotta adjust to their adjustment. But once we condition them with the new adjustment, we could go back to the old adjustment. So I don't mind the hub, just play according to the situation at hand. If Cat has a bad matchup, I think he should be attacking the basket more, not trying to pass it when he has someone like 6'4" under him. He's like damn near 7 feet. Like he should be attacking. He should be attacking. He is a bucket getter. He needs to know that. And Cat, in my opinion, should stop with these ticky-tack fouls. He's improved defensively in the second half. Stick to it. He knows. He's a veteran. 10 years? You know what's good. You know what's bad. Control the emotion. And that's the coach's job too, to catch all that. When he's slipping, put him on the bench, get Mitchell Robinson in. And I also believe that we should do early switches with Mitchell Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Where they're not in the penalty yet. So that way, when they do the hack and Mitch, get it early in the penalty, then switch out, putting Towns, have Towns drop into the basket, start driving to the basket and draw these fouls early on, get everybody in foul trouble, and make them be more kind of economical with when they foul, because their team's going to be in foul trouble. Yeah, but that's all I got. I'm going to be in the bar tonight.
Nice.
In enemy territory, wearing Knicks gear again, and we're watching the game.
Right, you in Ohio, the front lines. Yeah, you in the front lines. Yep. So are the Cavs fans, are they aggressive? Because they ain't call up yet. They scared. They spooky in the goddamn woods. Wow.
All right, look. Well, like one of my homies said, because I don't compete no more in fighting games, but I know them from there. And he said, when they won Game 6 against the Pistons, he was like, I look forward to taking on your Knicks. So, that's the energy they got. My reply was like, you know what? I look forward to it too. I just matched the energy. I'm going to go aggressive on them.
I got you. Okay, so you're safe. You're going to be good.
Yeah, I'll be good. Hey, you guys have a good one. Enjoying the show. And, let's go.
All right.
Knicks in 4.
Let's go. Knicks in 4, baby. All right, salute. Hey, yo, it's crazy, right? I'm glad he said that. It makes sense, man, because Tugboat said we never met a Cleveland Cavalier fan in our life. That's a fact. And they messaged me. They exist because they messaged me. But I'm not responding to your message. You got to call up the line, Cleveland. Stop being spooky in the goddamn woods and call up. 646-995-8389. We're dying to hear from you, man. I just want to hear them talk to Cleveland talk one time. Just one time. I got him in real time. Because I knew if I would have went to the next call, I wouldn't have got you.
Yo, my phone been tripping, man. I don't know since that day it was out in the sun, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you back for that. I don't know what's been going on, man, but hey, we here.
So I'm kind of glad I didn't speak to you yesterday because I don't know where you would have went. I was severely triggered yesterday. Severely.
Oh yeah. I tapped in. Nah, for me, my stance was the double big don't work.
Okay.
That was my stance.
Okay,
yeah,
got
that
you.
Was my stance. I'm not gonna get into it. So
that's
so.
I don't want to get triggered,
right? I know. Exactly.
Yeah, because I got short. You know what, Waltz? The problem with me, right? I'm just an objective fan, and I'm going off numbers, and I know because you brought some interesting numbers up before. So I don't have an axe to grind. I like both players. Yeah, I like Towns and I like Mitch. I just don't like them together. But I argue for both of them all the time. I always say I want Mitch to get the bag. So, to all the Mitchettes, I hope y'all don't think that I'm against Mitchell Robinson. I'm not. But what's going on, Wall Street? We got a lot to talk about. We got Mikal, and Leon again, showing the world why he's the best. Where you want to go?
Oh, what happened with Leon? Because I just tapped in. So
I got you. So really quickly. So Mikal, had he not signed the extension last summer, the summer of 2025, going into this free agency without a guaranteed contract, his max would have been
for an arm and a leg.
Bingo. 4 years, $221 million is the max.
Yes. Yeah.
Now you win the championship.
He would have deserved it.
Bingo.
He would have deserved it. And what people don't realize too is that even though he signed for 150, he actually took a discount too.
Yeah, about like 6. I think it was a 156. I can't remember the total.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it still was a that's still a $6 million ain't nothing to sniff at. Like I know we look at it like, oh, it's exactly like,
what
you look at it like, oh, it's only $6 million. Nah, bro, that's life-changing money.
Right.
Throw $6 million in your hands right now. See what happened with your lifestyle and everything.
Bingo. Now you talk about 6. Imagine 70. Now look at the difference between 70, that 221.
Yep. Exactly.
Leon Rose is a genius. And Walt, I know you seen it, right? Because I was Mikal's attorney before you. And I had to let people know, what his role is. That was day 1. And then on day 2, I said, yo, y'all, the playoff, y'all forgetting about playoff Cal. Y'all forgetting about him. And
what
look at him.
People don't understand is, like, a lot of players, like, through the course of the year, they take the regular season seriously, but they're more on cruise control so they can ramp up in the playoffs.
Bingo.
And if you've been watching for the last, 2 years, whatever, Mikal always was like not putting up big numbers during the he would have some games here and there. He put up big numbers, like against the Spurs and like the buzzer beater against the Trailblazers and stuff like that. So when it's needed, his services would be there for him to score. But he always ramped it up in the playoffs, and that's when everybody's like, "Oh, okay, now there's the Mikal we was looking for." But bro, that's what his signature was. Like playoff basketball, a lot of players, that's when they switch gears.
Right.
You feel me? Yep. So I always was on that Mikal Bridges being a fan and like saying F them picks.
F them picks.
Always, man. Yeah.
Facts. and even the people, the pocket watchers, hopefully y'all realize that it was a discount. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Was. Now,
how you feeling about tonight? Go ahead.
Oh, nah, go ahead.
No, you gotta speak your mind.
Nah, I was just gonna say, like, I can understand why some people may feel some type of way about the picks, this, that, and the third, because it could have helped upgrade the team in the future. But we worried about the right now, man.
Bingo.
That's what we worried about.
And just to drop it on you, because my man Errol Marks, he said on the Knicks War Room that they offered, the Bucks was willing to take OG, and this is according to his source. And the Knicks didn't want to trade OG, so it didn't stop the trade from happening.
That's true.
So, and it wouldn't stop the trade from happening. So that logic is flawed as well. But Stephen A, we could blame him for that. Go ahead.
Let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
If you was the GM, would you have did that trade at that time for OG for the Greek Freak?
Damn, yo, you want to get me in trouble with Nick Nation?
You know
Can
what?
I plead the fifth?
Can
I plead the fifth? Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as tonight's game, like I said it the other day when I spoke to you, the Cavs' best chance to beat us was on Monday.
Okay.
Not Monday. When we played? We played what?
The game one, Tuesday. Yeah, we know what you meant.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, that game one. That was their best chance, being the fact that they ain't playing a while. And since we took their best punch, so to speak, came back from that 22-point deficit. Yeah, real talk. It's looking like we're the Pacers of last year. Because that's what the Pacers did to us last year. They came back, and that demoralized us. And that game went into overtime too. And it went on that Halliburton, that three that bounced up, and well, it was a 2 later. But isn't that what Landry basically did to tie
Pretty
it
much.
up?
Yeah, that was some serendipity, boy.
Exactly. So that's why
Yes,
I'm like,
sir.
yo, man, we really like the team of destiny this year. The only difference is we bringing home the chip. The Pacers didn't.
Bingo.
You feel me?
Because
That's
we're
the
better than
only
them.
difference.
Like we're
Yeah,
definitely better than
exactly.
them.
Exactly.
Because defensively, if you just look at what we do defensively,
Yeah.
it's just different. You know. Yeah.
As far as this year, I'm not this year. This game tonight.
Yeah.
I want to say it's going to be close at first, and then we're going to pull away, and it's going to be a double-digit win. I believe it's going to be a double-digit win.
I want to do that,
but I don't know.
But I guaranteed the double-digit win last night, and it was 9. So I'm like, do I want to do it again? I don't want to be wrong twice.
Yeah.
But I do think we're going to win. And I think it's going to be decisive.
Because I think they're going to come, you know, they're going to be fiery in the beginning to try and erase what happened to them last game. But it's hard to come back from letting a game like that slip between your fingers, man. Right. Like that demoralizes a lot. That's what derailed us last year. After that comeback, that miraculous comeback from the Pacers, we wasn't the same, man. We was like, dang, man, like that probably was the nail in the coffin, yo. So yeah, I understand they had a lot of 7-game series, but that's something else that's gonna work against them. Because now you're gonna be coming out, you know, fighting. By the fourth quarter, you're gonna have tired legs.
Bingo. And we're gonna make your guards have to play defense.
Exactly. And I understand that Shamet is a good defender, but I don't want people to think like, oh, he's Mitchell, he locked Mitchell down. I think Mitchell just had tired legs from everything he was doing for the first 3 quarters.
That's fair. Fair.
And Shamet was fresh legs, you know, coming in. So you D'ing up on a tired Mitchell, like you basically got him at the palm of, you know, basically a puppet on the string at that point.
And that's why I say I don't think the hard substitution was about defense. I think it was he was missing his threes.
Exactly.
Had he missed his threes, there would be no Landry Shamet moment.
Yep.
So
and that's the thing, like, and Hart wasn't playing bad because he was making he was getting to the basket.
He was getting the 2-point shots, right?
You feel me? Yeah. Right. And if Cat didn't, here's the thing: if Cat didn't do that stupid foul when they would have called the flagrant for Josh Hart, I don't even know if Josh would have came out of the game at that point, because that would have, I think that would have gave us the lead, because it was going to be the 2 free throws plus the ball.
Right.
So who's to say what would have happened, at that point, so to speak. So
bingo.
Yeah, man. Bingo. So it's going to be interesting to see, with this game tonight, how it goes. But definitely, like I said, I stand firm on my sweep, Knicks in 4.
All right, well, I'm riding with y'all, man. I appreciate you. Will you be in the building? I know you said you're traveling.
Oh, yeah.
You be there tomorrow?
No, I'm actually in Orlando as we speak.
Oh, snap!
I'm in Florida. Yeah, I'm in Florida. Remember, that's why I was hoping we'd have been playing Orlando, because I'd have been looking at some tickets like, yo, what's good?
Got you. But we doing the watch party tomorrow, so if you could pull up, that'd be great. To watch the Spurs in the
I'll probably do it from my phone, and
you can do it from your phone,
like that or whatever. Yeah. Oh, and I hope for Saturday you take pictures and post them in the community.
Yeah. We're gonna take pictures. Yeah, it's gonna be a movie up in there. It's gonna be fantastic.
So I could be there vicariously. You feel me?
I got you.
All right, man. Yo, OKF Nation, salute to everybody. The El Figgy, the Randu. Who else am I missing? Tugboat, Ty, everybody.
It's a lot of them, man. It's 100. It's over 100.
Man.
Look,
so exactly. Shout out to everybody.
Day.
Yep. Those who ain't a member, definitely subscribe to being a member, because it's a lot of content. You know what I mean? You probably could see what Karan was doing, defensively, that caused him to injure his hand watching him play ball. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, I got that too. Damn, see, by now I would have been hooping already.
Exactly. Big facts. But yeah, man, shout out to you for what you're doing, man. Love this platform. Give everybody a voice. And yeah, man, salute everybody. And I'll be tapped in.
No doubt, man. Big time.
All right. Later.
All right. That's my man, Waltz P, OKF Nation Plus. Salute to Angie. She said she wanted to hear from Ty. Hopefully we could get Ty on the line, Angie. I do appreciate that. Let me see if I can get him on the line. Let me see if I get this brother on the line. And I got to get to the 3 key. I'm gonna get to the 3 keys in a second. I'm just trying to make this quick adjustment on the back end. All right, cool. So I'm gonna try to call Ty. I know he's in the chat. But I don't know if he's busy working. Maybe he's scared of the double big lineup. I don't know. Let me see what he's doing. And this will be Chance. If you listening, I got you next, my brother.
Please leave your message.
No, yo, we're gonna try later, Angie. If we can't get him, we'll get him later. We'll definitely get him later for sure, 100%. We get my man Knicks will be champs in the building. What's going on? How you feeling, family?
Let's go.
Sorry.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What's going on, man? Where we going today, man? A lot of topics.
Just on the topic about Game 1. I think a lot of fans are really surprised about the Knicks pulling that one off. And I think people forget, not even 2 weeks ago, they put up 70 points or 72 points in 20 minutes against the Hawks on the road.
On the road.
It's like, so it's like, I think with Kenny Atkinson, I think they're giving him a lot of slack. They give him a lot of flack for that loss. But the reality is, I think he understood that there were no more bullets in that chamber.
Right.
That Cleveland gave all that they could give up until that point, and he knew he had nothing else to work with.
Right.
And I think that's really, all that it is. Media needs to lighten up on Atkinson. But I wanted to talk about Mikal Bridges because I came down hard on him.
Okay.
I called Mikal Frank Ntilikina 2.0, and I don't think that was right, man.
You did say that.
Yeah, Mikal was brought in for his defense.
Right.
To be able to guard the best shooting guard and the best wing player on the opposing team. And in his postseason, he's done very well with that.
Right. While shooting efficiently. So do you think the 150 the 150 that he signed, is that an underpay now? Or is it just right?
Yeah, it's an underpay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hell yeah. 221 million? Oh my God.
But it's a different story if they win a ring. If New York turns around and wins a ring,
that part.
Then it's an underpay,
That part.
We at the right time.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I'm doing this show, just to put the respect on Leon Rose's head. He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
Like Leon Rose is looking like a real genius.
Yes.
But I would ask you something. Do you think the Knicks' success destroys your argument about needing an MVP caliber player?
Okay. You broke up a little bit, but I know exactly what you said. The MVP thing and first team, right? Yeah, completely. I think that it started with Juan, and I had to let that go. And I think that this team is different. I think we are the anomaly, like Detroit was. Yeah, I strongly believe that.
And I think what you're seeing with this Knicks is a changing of the guard, where you no longer need that $70 million player to win an NBA championship. You're going to have to be able to draft right, sign the right players in free agency,
right,
and put those pieces together. If you're looking at like what's going on with San Antonio, what's going on with OKC, and even in a smaller sense, looking at what's going on with Cleveland.
And if I could add too, like when you said the $70 million, but you got a guy who makes half of that playing like a $70 million guy too.
Right.
Like that part. That also makes Leon Rose look genius, man. But I appreciate you. Knicks will be champs, man. Great call.
Yes. Have a blessed night.
All right. You as well. All right. We'll talk later. It's my man. Knicks will be champs 25-26. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go back in the research mode. and I'm going to do my 3 keys. Jalen Brunson, and if you want to know what he said during that speech where he was like yelling at the team on the bench, I'm not going to play the clip, but he said, obviously, they were down, and he was telling them, this is, who said this? Is this somebody from SNY? Or is this Christian Winfield? Anyway, all right, nonetheless, obviously they were down, and he was telling them to keep fighting, keep battling. People who were close enough to hear the message told SNY, he was saying that even if they lose game 1, they need to keep fighting because they can't take that approach into game 2. That is a fire message from the captain. And if y'all didn't see that footage of Jalen Brunson yelling instructions to the team, y'all need to go check it out. To me, it was fire. And all of the thoughts and the people who said that he wasn't a good leader, I think y'all should all send Jalen Brunson an apology for him. As far as to tonight's game, I'm not going to spend much time, but I do want to give you my 3 keys to victory. And I'm going to start with the preface of, we did open at a -6.5, and it dropped to 5.5. Now, I'm curious to see why it dropped to minus. What is Vegas seeing that they lost confidence in us? All right. I'm going to tell you right now, I got the Knicks guaranteed win. I don't see us losing this. I really want to guarantee a double-digit win, but because I didn't do it last night, that's the only reason why I'm not. But I will tell you, this -5.5, we will cover that. So if you want to add this to your parlay, go add that to your parlay. Not that I'm giving you betting advice, but I'm just saying it would be a safe pick. All right. To me, when you look at the Knicks versus the Cavs, we do everything better than them. Except like a couple of few things you may lean towards them. I just think we're the better team overall. And they're not a bad team. I just think that we're better. By the way, the injury report is clear for tonight. So I'm gonna move a little fast through this because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I do want to talk about the rest benefit. All right. And hold on. What happened to my? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Oh boy, my notes got all tangled up. All right, so my first key to victory is rest. All right, the whole concept of rest. What I'm gonna share with y'all today is something I shared with the channel members 2 weeks ago. All right, I shared this with them 2 weeks ago, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. What does rest mean based on a study that was done a long time ago? And there was a study that pretty much came out. I'm trying to get it to show y'all it, but I don't know where the hell I put it, so I'm just going to tell you what it said. All right. So there was a study, it's called The Rest versus Rust, the effect of disproportionate time between rounds in the playoff series. So what they did was they looked at the finals games from 1984 to 2018. That's 35 seasons. And the main finding was that rest is more helpful than harmful. All right. But there's some caveats. It's not that the advantage that you get from rest, it does not show up in game 1. Based on the findings of the study, it shows up in game 2. Teams that get 5 days or more rest in between games have an advantage headed into game 2. So that's my first key to victory, is activating the rest advantage that we've seen for 35 years impacting teams in the playoffs. Now, the study found that when a team had 3 or more days off compared to its opponents, it had a statistically significant advantage in game 2. All right. The odds was between 2.9, meaning the extra rested team's odds of winning the game was almost 3 times higher. All right. That's just for game 2. That's the only advantage really that you get from rest based on the study. All right. But it doesn't mean you're going to win the series. It doesn't mean you're going to win the game. It's just that those teams who had the rest during that 35-year period, they drew a connection that the odds went up 3 times higher. So I'm curious to see why Vegas, dropped the odds. I didn't understand that. All right. But that's my first key. The fact that we have the rest advantage, I think, will come into play tonight. All we got to do is continue to do our thing. All right. My second key to victory for tonight's game is going to be stopping the unnecessary double teams. All right. That's what killed us in the first half of game 1. Because in the second quarter, I think they hit like 6 threes in the second quarter, something crazy like that. And we were over helping. So like as soon as Mitchell got the ball, you're doubling him. I don't think that's an effective way to guard Mitchell. You got to be prepared to help early when he gets in a threatening driving position. On the perimeter, I don't see the reason to double. You could blitz the pick and roll. I mean, that's one way to deal with the guard pick and roll. You could blitz it. I mean, good luck. You got to make sure that your rotations are key, because the guy on the guard pick and roll who sets the screen has the advantage. That's how Josh Hart. That's why Brunson and Hart pick and roll is going to be so crucial, especially in the next round. But even in this round, because they put Allen on Hart. If Hart becomes a threat again, making his 3-point shot, it's going to be fire. But on the offensive side, we got to stop the unnecessary. We got to limit it. All right. And my last key is we have to win the pick and roll battle. We have to win the pick and roll battle. What do you mean by win the pick and roll battle? Well, I got an article. I can actually put this on the screen. All right. Really quickly, hold on before I get there. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the Strickland. Salute to the Strickland. I like the Strickland because they probably have the best usage of like drawing certain information from stats. I like what they do on Strickland. They had some stuff in here that I thought was fire. All right. Let me zoom out a little bit because I feel like this is zoomed in. Let's zoom out. But they had some stats on here that to me is fire. All right. Now listen to this. These are the splits for Jalen Brunson, his shooting splits. Look at the effectiveness in the fourth quarter. Do y'all see this? This is amazing, man. Fourth quarter OT, 17 points. First quarter, third quarter, 21 points. Look at the effectiveness. 72% from the field. He was a plus 30 as opposed to minus 15. You see, that's how I use plus minus. See that? You see that connection right there? In the first quarter, first through third quarter, minus 15. Fourth quarter OT, plus 30. Do you see that? That's how you make correlations. That's how you use plus minus. It's a comparison. You don't say he had a bad game, he was a minus 30. That's not how that works. Anyway, nonetheless, the reason why he was able to percolate, the only reason why I'm showing you this is because of this. All right. Now, when you look at Jalen Brunson splits on drives, all right, this is what he did in Atlanta and Philadelphia, 15.4 drives. He drove the ball 30 times. Do y'all see that? 12.9 points, 22 points. 5 field goals made, 10. 10 attempted, 16. 62% to 54. Why is he having this effectiveness? Why? And then the drives, when you look at his performances, these are the most drives he had since 2024. Okay. Here is the difference. This is the reason why. Jalen Brunson, 2026 playoff splits as the pick and roll ball handler. Look at the difference. All right. One more possession per 100. 1.27 points as opposed to 1.01 points. 14 points a game as opposed to 10. Those 4 points could be the difference in the win and the loss. All right? And you can see the other numbers there. I just thought that this was fire, man. They did a great job getting Brunson in pick and roll out. So these are not pure isolations. When you come off the pick, it's no longer in isolation. So when you talk about Brunson dribble, isolation, not when you're coming off the pick. And clearly you can see the success rate they got in this last game, and they need to continue it because, to me, the Cleveland Cavaliers guards are food defensively in pick and roll. So they also have a really good pick and roll attack. We have to neutralize their pick and roll attack, and I think we have the adjustment. I think we have the adjustment with OG guarding Allen. But look at this right here. James Harden, 2026 playoff splits as the pick and roll ball handler defender through the first 2 rounds of the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. All right. Look at the difference. Now, Kenny Atkinson had a point when he said Harden was the best defender. This is what he was looking at. He was looking at these numbers right here. Versus Toronto, Detroit, 3.9 possessions. Okay, that's slightly less, right? But 0.63 points per possession, that's not bad. 2.4 points, that's not bad. 2.5 field goal. Can y'all take a guess as to why you think Harden's numbers look that way? I'm going to tell you why. Because he ain't guarding nobody. He always gets the weakest assignment. But against the New York Knicks, there are no weak goddamn assignments. Everybody is a problem. Everybody, anybody can attack him. Okay? So against the Knicks, 5 possessions as the pick and roll ball handler defender, not the guy guarding the screener. That's different. Just to let y'all know. It's different. Do you get the difference? Because if he's guarding the screener, that means that he's guarding the guy setting the pick and roll. They're talking about him guarding the guard that's coming off the screen. Hopefully y'all catch that. Anyway, 5 possessions against the Knicks, 1.6 points per possession. That's a whole nother point in 100 possessions. He was getting fried. 8 points scored on him. All right. 3 out of 4 from the field. That's 75%. That is the weak link. This is why you have to continue to run pick and roll. You have multiple guards on the floor that are capable of running pick and roll. You have to continue to attack James Harden. It is very important. That is a major key going forward into tonight. I'm telling you right now. All right. And so this is what the deal is. All right. Now you could go further. This is him as an isolation defender. Look at this. This is phenomenal right here. James Harden, 2026 splits as an isolation defender. Only 2 possessions. Do y'all see that? 2.2 possessions a game versus 11 possessions. That means that we successfully did something 9 times more times this past game than he did throughout the playoffs. Look at the points per possession. We're finding ways to turn Harden to target him because we don't have weak links. This is going to be the key to victory tonight. We have to win the battle of pick and roll. And the number one way to do that is to go at their guards, make them tired for having to defend as well. All right. So those are my 3 keys to victory. I think the New York Knicks will win the game. Hold on. I do see somebody was triggered. All right. He said, this is for Blue. Okay. I see you. All right. Salute to you. All right, we're going to get Blue back on the line. I don't know what he want to talk about. I mean, listen, you on a tight clock, Blue. Just letting you know that. Y'all not getting me again. Won't go down, but I do appreciate the call back. See where he wants to go. What's going on, Blue?
Hey, yo, you
where we
funny,
going,
dude.
man?
Nah, man, listen, man. Yo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got nothing but faith in the team, but you know,
okay.
faith without works means, you know, nothing. So,
all right.
You know, we can't have just blind faith and just thinking like, yo, look, man, you know, these Knicks, they have to do the job tonight. Cleveland is gonna come out and try to smack us in the mouth. There's no doubt about it. The, whatever we feel, whatever we may be thinking, this team is gonna come out swinging for the fences. We seen what happened on the other side of the conference. They're gonna come out and they're gonna try to beat this team, man. They're gonna try to beat the Knicks, man. And for us to sit here and think that, we got this locked up, or this is going to be if they don't win tonight, this is going to go 6 games. And
Okay.
if they feel like they can't come out and execute, if Mike Brown doesn't come out with a sound game plan, I'm telling you, is there's no room for error here. There's absolutely no room for error. They have to come out and execute a flawless game plan, and we're not asking for perfection here, but they have to execute a very sound game plan. Mike Brown cannot make mistakes, man. I mean, he's the one who cannot make. This is why I constantly harp on him, because he is the key to why this team can unlock what we've been seeing. He's gotten a piece of it, but he has to continue to figure out, how do you get Towns to ultimately stop making these stupid mistakes, and is he talking to him about these mistakes? And is he gonna leave Mitchell Robinson in the game for a long period of time, where they're gonna offset the flow of the game, do the hack and miss strategy? 'Cause that's what built them up that 9-point lead in the second quarter, when they did the hacker Mitch, because they kept, and there was no flow to the offense, and then they capitalized on it. They can't do this again. He has to figure this out. If we're watching this game and he does this again, we're going to lose. There's no room for error for him, man. He has to coach a great game. Kenny Atkinson, he's been berated through the media for the past 2 days. He's gonna come out and he's gonna throw the kitchen sink at this team now. So
Okay.
whatever we thinking, this is why I brought up that point about the Mitchell Robinson thing, is because I think that's going to throw a monkey wrench in his plan, because he's thinking, all right, well, if they don't throw Mitchell Robinson out there early, we've seen it time and time again, where they use that strategy to get at him, to do the hacker Mitch. Look, man, I want the Knicks to do well, but I'm telling you, this Cleveland Cavalier team is dangerous, and I get it. They ran what, pick and roll on Harden like 28 times
No,
during that stretch. Yeah, that's a lot. They was absolutely targeting him, but they're gonna. At some point, you have to sit him down, and then now you're gonna have to come up with another strategy. They're gonna throw out, what's his name, son from
Strus?
Yeah, not Strus. They're gonna throw out Strus. They're gonna throw out what was my Dennis
Merrill?
Schroeder?
Schroeder?
Schroeder. They're gonna throw him out, because look at him. He had 5 assists, and he shot like 1 for 9 or something like that. But he had 5 assists, man. They're gonna strategize against this team now.
Well, no matter
They're
who
gonna
they throw out there, they all pick and roll targets. Every single guard they got is a pick and roll target.
Yeah, but they also got decent defenders too. You know what I mean?
On the perimeter? Who? Let me see if you say the right.
Good defender.
Who's their best perimeter defender?
Probably Strus.
Jalen Tyson is their best perimeter defender, and that's the adjustment they need.
Burn.
That's where Kenny Atkinson's making a mistake. That's where his mistake is.
Look, Kenny Atkinson. That's the thing. He's made more mistakes than Mike Brown. That's why we giving Mike Brown a pass. That's why we're giving him a pass. But he can't. If we're looking at what's his name, Kenny Atkinson, if we're gonna look at him and he's gonna say, "Yo, look, we're gonna not make these same mistakes we did in game 1." how is Mike Brown going to throw the adjustment now? What's he going to do? What do you think is his plan he's going to do?
Mike Brown is the king of adjustments, and he and the brother from OKC are the two best coaches in making adjustments right now in basketball. There's no other coach that do better job than making adjustments than those two. It's a fact.
I agree he's made very good adjustments. Like he made that adjustment with Landry. That's why he got. That's why we won. He made that adjustment.
Yep.
But he also makes very, very bad mistakes during the game. And I get it. You know, look, he played 10 guys during the game. That was a great, you know what I mean? He's searching for answers. I have no problem with that. He's searching for somebody to give him a spark. He found Landry at the last possible moment. You know what I mean? But he has to coach a really good game, man. If not, we're gonna lose, man.
And look,
I think that
I tell you this on the way out, I think that he will coach a good game and we will win tonight defiantly. We got the game.
How much you think we're gonna
win
win by, man?
I want to say double digits, but I was wrong last night by 1 point. So I'm just gonna say we're gonna cover that -5.5 easily.
What's the spread? I didn't check the spread yet.
Knicks -5.5.
Knicks -5.5. Now look, I do believe. Look, these guys are running on fumes. They're running on fumes. They don't. They just played an overtime game. They just played 14 games. You know what I mean? That's a lot of basketball plus the regular season. These guys are spent. I don't foresee them coming out. But I do think they're going to throw the kitchen sink at this team tonight, man. For real.
Man,
and they're going to try to smack us in the mouth.
Man, I ain't worried about no damn Cleveland. Cleveland never beats us. But I'm going to holler back at you, my brother.
All right,
we're going to talk later. Big time salute.
All right, man. Peace.
No doubt. Yeah, one thing I ain't worried about is nothing from Cleveland. I'm good. But look, man, I'm going to be back tonight. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I do appreciate y'all and y'all support. And until next time, as always,